apply. NMLS ID 137154. Equal housing lender.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to naplesnissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model. Then come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Slider man, slider man. We make your patio door slide like you, slide like you, slider man. This is our mission, to put your sliding glass door back in the top condition. Slider man, we make your patio door slide like you, slide like you, slider man.
Call Sliderman toll-free, 866-594-1969.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, the state will certify our election results. The state's electoral votes will go for President Trump. The president won Florida by more than 370,000 votes out of the 11 million ballots cast. Newly elected Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson wants to create a homelessness task force. Mayor Anderson hopes to announce who will be on that task force at the start of the new year. Homeless advocates are concerned that a group like that will be more law enforcement driven, leading to the homeless being arrested instead of leading to them getting help. Our hospitals are dealing with more patients coming in for COVID-19. Lee Health says right now 96 patients are in the hospital for COVID treatment. At NCH, they're treating 46 patients who've tested positive. Today, Lee County commissioners will discuss funding for the rapid testing program at the school district. The district hopes commissioners will approve $250,000 in Lee CARES Act funding to pay for it. Right now, they have 2,000 rapid tests. They believe those will last until Christmas break. The future of the City of Palm Stadium is up in the air again. One of the Fort Myers City Council members says there needs to be something created to draw someone downtown and support the Luminary Hotel. The council decided to hire planners to look at the Midtown plan with an idea of a multi-purpose sports facility. A new initiative will study how widespread dementia is in a part of Southwest Florida. This program not only will find out how many people and caregivers are affected by dementia, but it will also help educate people about the disease. Dr. Tom Felke at FGCU says they'll begin their secondary data analysis in December. The first official meeting of the Dementia Initiative will take place in December as well. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
There's a crash on Pine Ridge Road, and this is just to the west of I-75 under the bridge. And traffic is slowing down, so if you are heading this way, really give yourself lots of extra time. Also, congestion building on 951 heading north of Rattlesnake. And we're slow heading westbound on Estero Parkway, just to the west of Three Oaks to US 41. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, thanks to a cold front, today is going to be a wonderful fall day. 81 degrees for the high, mostly sunny, some lower humidity, and breezy, gusting 20 to 30. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
It's open enrollment season, and MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that saves most families about $500 a month. Google MediShare and see if it's a fit for you.
Movember. What an interesting way to look at men's health through the lens of a mustache.
You can start off clean-shaven and then proceed to grow your mustache as a way to celebrate men actually talking about their health. Yeah, talking. When it comes to erectile dysfunction, talking is a great start. When you talk about it, you're one step closer to solving it. The next step? Metro Men's Health. Call us today and schedule your free evaluation. And let's talk about your ED and how you, like thousands of men, can achieve consistent, longer-lasting results with the new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. So this Movember, grow your mustache for men's health, and then let Metro Men's Health help you grow your relationship. Mention mustache and get your evaluation free, $150 value. Call Metro Men's Health and schedule your free evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or metromenshealth.com.
I'm about to say a dirty word, a really dirty word. Cover your kids' ears. Ready? Plumber. Hi, I'm Rob Hill of Bob Hill Plumbing. I'm not sure why plumber is a dirty word. I like to think of myself as a respectful, clean, and honest plumber. In fact, I'm proud to say that Bob Hill Plumbing is one of the oldest businesses in Naples. My dad founded Bob Hill Plumbing in 1952. I instilled the same tradition and values as he had back in the 50s. I dare you to find that in the chuck in a truck world. Everyone has an AC guy or an electrical guy, but a plumber? If you need plumbing services, I invite you to call me today, and I'll prove to you that we've cleaned up the word plumber. See, even the radio guy stopped beeping me out. Bob Hill Plumbing. Let me be your plumbing guy.
To schedule service, call Bob Hill Plumbing at 262-6119 or go to bobhillplumbing.com.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Is the cost of finishing the basement worth the benefit of some peace and quiet?
When questions find you, Merrill Edge Self-Directed Investing can help you find answers with personalized planning tools and insights to help you get where you want to go, even if it's just downstairs. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
I've been doing this now well over 20 years.
Welcoming our new anchor, Russ McCaskey.
So excited to be here.
Russ McCaskey.
Good afternoon. I'm Russ. I am still as passionate today as I was the very first day. I think it's the adrenaline rush. That natural curiosity, I think, just burns inside of you when you're a news person. Wink has been part of this community for more than 60 years. It's family owned. That's one of the things that excites me about wanting to be part of Wink News.
Trust Russ McCaskey.
I'm looking forward to getting to know the people of this community, and I want them to get to know me.
Weeknights on Wink News.
Next, Rachel.
I've never made this before.
The halfway point of our 12 days of Thanksgiving takes us to...
Gosh, I hope this works.
A lasagna that tastes like a bite of Thanksgiving. And Top Chef's Gail Simmons puts a spin on a holiday side.
And it can go right on the table like this.
Plus, meet Nina, the 15-year-old changing the world, one pup at a time.
I'm very proud of you.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida, Drew Steele.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube if you'd like to watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. You can subscribe right there. You can watch on Facebook. Watch wherever you want. Well, not really wherever you want, but soon enough. Soon enough. All right, coming up this morning, a busy day. More from Sidney Powell. Hey, listen, you think this is over. Who's ready to call it quits? Jake the millennial. You ready to call it quits? Are you done with this crazy election? Why don't we just pack it up? Here's what we should do, everybody. Let's stop messing around. Let's stop being silly when it comes to the election. Let's just go with what Democrats and the media tell us is the reality of the day. Let's just go. It would be so much easier if you all would just get past this idea that there's any question to the validity of the 2020 election. Just stop. So what? So what? There are places like in Georgia where they found 2,600 ballots, and the deficit between Donald Trump and Joe Biden went down a little bit in the state, because as quickly as you snap your fingers, hey, there were some votes that were found in places like Philadelphia to the tune of 8,000 extra votes, everybody. They found 10,000 votes or 12,000 votes, something to that effect, in Philadelphia. And guess what? Hey, we found 12,000 votes, and 8,000 of the 12 went for Joe Biden. So it's just growing. So listen, you give a little bit here, you give a little bit there. You guys are wasting your time. No, you're not. You're not wasting your time with the questions. Remember the lead, everybody. Never forget the lead. What's the lead? What is it? It's this. In 2016, Democrats, along with a former administration, spied on an American citizen with the hopes of causing enough trouble and overturning a duly elected president and taking him out of office. There was a lot of shenanigans going on in 2016. The lead here is that why should we trust Democrats and a media who for 4 years told us about a Russia collusion hoax, told us about an impeachment hoax, and ultimately tried to get a duly elected president out of office? Why now, all of a sudden in 2020, are we supposed to trust those same people? The lead is that Democrats tried again this year and may have succeeded in finally getting what they wanted, which is Donald Trump out of office, desperately wanting him gone. That's the lead. They're doing it now. They did it again. And so there's no reason to concede. Concede what, everybody? Can you 239-479-5592? Maybe you have the idea here, the answer as to what are we conceding? What? Nothing's been certified yet, so why should we concede? And the answer to it is an uncomfortable one. And I'm going to get to the uncomfortable answer in just a second. 239-479-5592. If you want to text or call in, we'd love to hear from you this morning. Also, want to remind you that 10,000 for the troops taking place right now. Keep them going. We've got 5 Mel's Diner locations across Southwest Florida. 1 in Fort Myers, 1 in Cape Coral, 1 in, in Bonita, and 2 in Naples. Available to you to be drop-off points for 10,000 for the troops. If you want to mail them in, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. 10,000 Christmas cards we are trying to raise for our men and women serving overseas this Christmas season. We do it each and every year. We're trying to make each and every year bigger and better. And hopefully we're going to break records this year with your help. So please do not forget about them. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. And sometime this week, we're going to get our first count. I don't know. We got to talk to Kim Gade over at Lee Health. And somebody, maybe Jake, text her and find out how the count's going so far. We thank you for supporting. All right. So we're going to get to, again, how you don't give up right now. This election is not over by any stretch. We see a bunch of people that are calling right now. We're going to get to your calls. The latest questions. The latest on COVID. And how we're told right now that I want you to grasp what's happening right now with COVID-19. I want you to wrap your head around this. Okay. Joe Biden and others telling us that we can't have Thanksgiving, we can't have Christmas, we got to start thinking about canceling holidays. As a matter of fact, if Joe Biden's words, we're going to play some audio, he's thinking about the max 5 people. Well, I've got a wife and kids and 5 kids, so that's 7 of us. The 2 of the kids leave, what do? Do I stick them outside? Do I put them in the garage? Where do I put them? Do I give them to somebody else? How does that work? We're told in the state there's this huge uptick in the state. We got to be concerned. Here it is. It's back again, everybody. So all your masking up and all of your social distancing, how's that going? So why are we doing it? You got to do it. Got to keep going. Got to keep going. But now, getting back in our holes, everybody. I want to take a break. No, I mean, not a break on the air, but I mean, we need to take a break from that talk and really examine the numbers. Did you know that this big spike over the weekend that we heard about? Oh my gosh, there were all these cases that we heard about, a huge uptick in cases. Do you realize we had 130,000 plus tests done in one day in the state of Florida? That is more tests than we have done since the summer. In one day. You do realize the more tests you do, the more positives you're going to get. Oh, and then we're told not to trust the positives or to trust the negatives. No, excuse me. We're supposed to trust the positives, but not trust the negatives. Jake, are you following this? Here's the latest. You're supposed to trust the positives, but not trust the negatives. So if you're going to go, let's say, to visit your family for Thanksgiving, and you are responsible enough to take a COVID test to see whether or not you have the virus, and your test is negative, then you're getting ready to walk in the door and somebody grabs you by the collar and says, whoa, 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 not so fast. Because now we're told, here's a beauty of a story from Wink News. Negative COVID-19 test, not enough to rely on for the holidays, health experts say. Really? Really? Did you know this? We've learned that a negative test result is not enough to rely on if you want to see your family at Thanksgiving. Doctors are saying a negative test doesn't mean you don't have COVID. So then what the heck are we doing? What are we doing? If you got a negative, that doesn't mean you don't have it. We got to search for that positive, everybody. So look, if you have a negative test, we can't trust it. Are you serious? This is maddening. This is absolutely maddening. This is what this report from Wink News has. Hey, look, you got a negative test. You can't trust that negative. You could very well still be positive, so it's not enough. Yeah, negative test doesn't mean you don't have COVID. Then what the hell are we doing? Sorry. A little upset this morning about that and the fear. And when you have members of your family that are in states of depression like I have never seen before, to the point where you're talking to doctors and searching out for what to do medically for these individuals, it's not fair. It's not right. We don't get to talk about all of that. We don't get to discuss youth suicides up in Arizona, nearly 30%. The suicide rate right now. Mental health crisis during the pandemic. Trend of concern, suicide rates rapidly rising for 10 to 14-year-olds in South Carolina. 10 to 14-year-olds. Suicides up nearly 100% among young people in Wisconsin's second largest county. Medical experts cite perils of social isolation. Are you serious? Is anybody mad or is it just me? Is anybody outraged or is it just me? So we need more testing. Lee County schools, we got to have more testing. That's what we'll do. We'll just test the crap out of these kids. But of course, a negative test doesn't mean anything. It's an outrage. It's an absolute outrage. How many of you are just tired of living your life in fear? We know what this is and what it's not. It's just outrageous. And we're not allowed to talk about the other side of this. That has affected me personally, that has affected others personally. Tired of it. It is absolutely outrageous. All right. I want to get off the topic of COVID for a second. We're going to get back into it in just a little bit, breaking down the numbers in the state, breaking down what exactly is happening. It's important people realize all of this. But I do want to get to you. Kevin, you're on I-75. Get off the road, dude. It's you got to be in a vehicle or off to the side. Get out. Oh,
I'm almost at the airport, Drew. Enjoy the show. The topic I want to talk about is Sidney Powell.
Yes.
I love her. I want to believe there's fraud and all that.
But
unless we can connect the dots and someone can say, yes, I saw somebody doing this to this machine at this time or doing this programming, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened in Venezuela. So I just hope there's more than what's being talked about, because what's being talked about is like saying somebody has a gun and somebody's dead. Well, it doesn't prove that that gun killed them. So we have to connect the dots or it doesn't matter.
Yes, and from what I understand, you are right. I was going to play some audio from Sidney Powell on Lou Dobbs' program. She laid out a case of an affidavit that was given eyewitness testimony of how machines in Venezuela were manipulated so that votes could be changed after the fact. That's why there was a pause in the states, because the vote count was so overwhelming for the president that they literally had to stop in these states and say, how in the world are we going to make up the difference and tap into these machines? From what I understand, though, that is what's happening. It's not only those that Sidney Powell talked about on Lou Dobbs' program from Venezuela, those that built the architecture for the software and the affidavits. But I think that she does have affidavits, sworn affidavits from individuals that did witness and do know of that happening here in this country. So yes, to your point, until that is forwarded, and from what I understand, they have it, until it's presented, and today is the day, I guess, in Georgia and Pennsylvania, they'll present this as part of their case. We're going to find out if there's there or isn't. But the big problem, Kevin, you know what it comes down to? It comes down to whether a judge is going to allow this to proceed. What if you get some snotty leftist judge that says, you need to concede the election and doesn't want to move forward with it? I don't know what happens then.
Well, the evidence will get to the Supreme Court if there is, in fact, evidence, and if a legal mind can say that this would portend fraud, and there is enough fraud to void the electoral votes in those particular states, but there has to be evidence that it happened here, not that it could happen here, or it may have happened here.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang up. Thanks so much. Love your show.
Yeah, thank you. Are you going anywhere good? You're going to the airport. I'm hoping that means
I'm going. I'm working. I'm flying up to Indiana.
All right. Well, make it a joyous trip. See, you got to turn that frown upside down, Kevin. You got to make it sound like this is going to be an awesome day. I'm going to Indianapolis or wherever you're going.
Awesome day, man. All right. Love the show. See ya.
All right. See ya. There he goes. Right. We got to do that a little more often. Like Jake. You got to do that a little more often, too. Be like, how's your day today, Jake? Oh, I got a lot of things going on here. It's like, man, I am so happy that I have a job and I got a lot of things going on, responsibilities, and people who trust me with their responsibilities. I feel honored that there are people who want to put their trust and faith in me personally to do this job. That's the attitude I want from you from now on. Can I get that? He's shaking his head no. I can't, huh? Not at all. You can't do that?
I'll be enthusiastic on Fridays.
Who isn't? I'm excited. I know. I'm excited about the prospect. I'm also a little inside Drew Steele baseball. My son's sleeping. We're in the process of possibly getting a pet for Christmas. Getting a dog. We're thinking about it. It's been 4 years, almost 4 years. Gosh, has it been that long? It's been almost 4 years to the day that my dog passed around Christmas time, and I just couldn't do it. I could not picture someone else in my household taking his place. And I'm at that point now where I'm like, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's okay. It was hard, and so now we're on the hunt.
So you ready for a puppy to chew up your stuff?
So you know what? I'm turning that around. A puppy brings joy.
This is true.
Chewing is not forever. The crying in the middle of the night because it's lonely and it wants to get out of the cage or get out of wherever it is all temporary. And the joy on the other side of that it cannot be described. The joy that you get from a dog. See what I did? That's what we need to do today. Except when it comes to COVID. I'm ticked off about that. I can't flip that thing around. But other than that, yeah, I'm ready for a dog. And it can only be one breed for me.
And what is this breed?
239-479-5592. Would you like to guess? Okay, maybe this is a silly thing to bring up, but we'll get out of this break and then we'll roll into in the next break. I promise we'll talk more about Sidney Powell and her comments and the latest with Dominion software and what it does and why you should be concerned about it. And what's this whole hoopla about the software? We're going to get to that and the latest COVID numbers and how you got to read between the lines because sometimes people just want to be dramatic when it comes to COVID, especially now. And, we're told that Joe Biden's going to save us all from ourselves because that's what government does. It saves us from ourselves.
We choose truth over facts.
That guy could possibly be the president. You're following that, right? All right. So maybe we just do this. 239-479-5592. You could just text. Because people say there are breeds of dogs that go with certain people, right? You ever look at somebody and say, of course, that face has that dog. You ever do that? I mean, I'm not being rude. I'm being like, right? You look at people and you say, that dog goes perfectly with that person. The question is, what dog do you think I'm looking at? What breed? I'll let you have a little piece of that today and guess. You'll never guess. I promise you'll never guess. All right. Adoption is an option. I see somebody said adopt. Adoption is an option. Everything's on the table. All right. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Big Island Builders, whose reputation for quality homes at a fair price is unsurpassed in Naples.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The Dow is within striking distance of 30,000, a milestone it has yet to reach. The blue chip index and the S&P 500 closed at record highs yesterday after Moderna became the second company to report positive results for a potential COVID vaccine. Taylor Swift's fight over ownership of the master recordings from her first 6 albums takes another turn as celebrity talent manager Scooter Braun sells the catalog to Shamrock Capital Advisors for more than $300 million. Universal and Cinemark reach an agreement that will get movies from the theaters to home much quicker. The deal reduces the amount of time a film must show in theaters to just 3 weekends, rather than as long as 3 months. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report. Invested in you.
It's happening. Publishers Clearinghouse is awarding a $2,500,000 mega prize in just days. Enter now at PCH.com, and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. Don't miss your last chance to win the $2,500,000 mega prize. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry. Enter at PCH.com now. Entries due 11/29. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
92.5 Fox News.
We are going to make America great again.
Right. All along.
If I said the word Medicare, you'd probably start thinking about paperwork and deadlines. But with the annual election period ending on December 7th, here's something else to think about. $0. Florida Blue Medicare has benefits that help you save money, like a $0 monthly plan premium and $0 to low copay for prescription drugs. There's also comprehensive dental, vision, and hearing coverage that includes discounts on eyeglasses, hearing aids, and more. See all the ways Florida Blue keeps money in your pocket, and you won't think of Medicare the same way again. But hurry, December 7th is your last chance to enroll. Call 866-219-7818 or visit floridabluemedicare.com/radio to switch today and see how Blue is committed to you. Florida Blue is a PPO health plan with a Medicare contract. Florida Blue Medicare is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Florida Blue or Florida Blue Medicare depends on contract renewal. All benefits not available on all plans.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
American Constitutional Rights Union, a nonprofit organization, has received reports about abuse of elderly nursing home residents. If your family member is not capable of voting, yet government websites show a record of their vote in the latest election, please call our hotline at 877-730-ACRU, 877-730-ACRU, or contact us through our website, acru.org.
At 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating, our comfort specialists can handle any AC repair. Just call 855-1-HOUR or visit onehourair.com.
Always on time or you don't pay time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Rockstar Harley needs used inventory, so we're giving 115% of Kelly Blue Book value when trading for a new Harley this week. Rockstar Harley has finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, we can help. We trade anything, bikes, cars, RVs, and more. It's worth more at Rockstar Harley. Oh, way too much in your trade? Get 115% of Kelly Blue Book trade value right now at Rockstar Harley.
If you have sleep apnea and struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired, irritable.
That's the cutest puppy I've ever seen.
Fatigued.
Can someone please help me lift this tissue?
Forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Oh, yeah.
And even impact your long-term health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. Inspire is a small device placed during a same-day outpatient procedure. Simply click the button on the Inspire remote before you fall asleep. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
Our windows made a difference in terms of how our house looked. So it looked 30 years old with our old windows. And now that we have our new Storm Shield windows, they look totally different. Our coastal look is coming along. We definitely have other projects to do, but the look alone of these windows has definitely improved our house. We have more energy efficient windows than we had before. It's quiet, and we definitely know in the event of a storm that we're safe and secure.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Daybreak with Drew Steele.
All right, coming up, why is the governor of California apologizing? It's not what you think. Well, it's kind of what you think. Also, we'll have the latest Sidney Powell on with Lou Dobbs yesterday talking about the Dominion software. Well, what's the big deal? All right, we'll talk about that, plus your calls coming up.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, the state will certify our election results. The state's electoral votes will go for President Trump. The president won Florida by more than 370,000 votes out of the 11 million ballots cast. Newly elected Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson wants to create a homelessness task force. Mayor Anderson hopes to announce who will be on that task force at the start of the new year. Homeless advocates are concerned that a group like that will be more law enforcement driven, leading to the homeless being arrested instead of leading to them getting help. Our hospitals are dealing with more patients coming in for COVID-19. Lee Health says right now 96 patients are in the hospital for COVID treatment. At NCH, they're treating 46 patients who've tested positive. Today, Lee County commissioners will discuss funding for the rapid testing program at the school district. The district hopes commissioners will approve $250,000 in Lee CARES Act funding to pay for it. Right now, they have 2,000 rapid tests. They believe those will last until Christmas break. The future of the City of Palm Stadium is up in the air again. One of the Fort Myers City Council members says there needs to be something created to draw someone downtown and support the Luminary Hotel. The council decided to hire planners to look at the Midtown plan with an idea of a multi-purpose sports facility. A new initiative will study how widespread dementia is in a part of Southwest Florida. This program not only will find out how many people and caregivers are affected by dementia, but it will also help educate people about the disease. Dr. Tom Felke at FGCU says they'll begin their secondary data analysis in December. The first official meeting of the Dementia Initiative will take place in December as well. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A couple of crashes around Southwest Florida. There's a crash in Collier on Pine Ridge just to the west of I-75 as you're heading to Livingston. Also a crash at Palm Beach Boulevard in I-75 as you are getting off of 75 to head west on Palm Beach Boulevard. Not a major backup, but traffic is slowing for about a quarter mile. I-75 itself is up to speed if you're heading to and from Lee and Charlotte, as well as delays in Cape Coral on Del Prado heading south to Pine Island Road. The trip to the minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, thanks to a cold front, today is going to be a wonderful fall day. 81 degrees for the high, mostly sunny, some lower humidity, and breezy, gusting 20 to 30. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling tip of the day. There's only one Kobe Cooling in the whole world. We're the original Kobe Cooling. The only Kobe Cooling. That's KOBIE KOOLING at 239-482-1542. If you want real NATE certified mechanics with real training and real credentials, Kobe Cooling is your only choice. 100% NATE certified mechanics at your home to give you the best possible trained expert to handle your AC need. It doesn't make us perfect, but it does give you, our customers, the best available mechanic in this business. If you're not using a NATE certified mechanic at your home, you're missing out on the best. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. License CACO 57313. Kobe, the most trusted name in the business since 1949, and always NATE certified.
Hundreds of happy customers all across Southwest Florida have already gotten the full original base MSRP for their trade-in. It's not too late for you to do the same, but only if you come see us here at Naples Nissan. Yes, you can still bring us that 5, 6, 7-year-old car you're driving now, and we'll pay you the same price that you paid for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan. Yeah, so whatever it was worth back in 2014, that's exactly what it'll be worth now. But only at Naples Nissan. We don't care where you bought it from or if it was already used when you bought it. If it's a 2014 or newer with less than 80,000 miles on it, we're paying you the full original base MSRP for it. Go to NaplesNissan.com and pick out your favorite new Nissan model, then Come see us on Pine Ridge Road so you can drive home in that brand new Nissan today. Get all the details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this weekend for their biggest diamond event of the year. View the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds at wholesale prices, along with 3 years interest-free financing. Save up to 50% on the Diamond District's entire collection of beautiful diamond jewelry this weekend at the Diamond District.
I've been doing this now well over 20 years.
Welcoming our new anchor, Russ McCaskey.
So excited to be here.
Russ McCaskey.
Good afternoon. I'm Russ. I am still as passionate today as I was the very first day. I think it's the adrenaline rush. That natural curiosity, I think, just burns inside of you when you're a news person. Wink has been part of this community for more than 60 years. It's family owned. That's one of the things that excites me about wanting to be part of Wink News.
Trust Russ McCaskey.
I'm looking forward to getting to know the people of this community, and I want them to get to know me.
Weeknights on Wink News.
Next Rachel.
I've never made this before.
The halfway point of our 12 days of Thanksgiving takes us to...
Gosh, I hope this works.
A lasagna that tastes like a bite of Thanksgiving. And Top Chef's Gail Simmons puts a spin on a holiday side.
And it can go right on the table like this.
Plus, meet Nina, the 15-year-old changing the world, one pup at a time.
I'm very proud of you.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, this morning at 11 on WXCW.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. My name is Drew Steele. Hi. He's Jake the Millennial. Hello. And we together are Daybreak. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube if you'd like to watch at Drew Steele Radio. Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe, all you there. That's the way we keep going. Otherwise, we disappear into the ether of the interwebs. Al Gore did such a great job on that, didn't he? So what else? Oh, hey, because of our phone call yesterday, I wish I could remember. Is there a way to go back in time on the call screen to see who it was that called yesterday? Like, can you go back so we can? No. Remember we got the call yesterday from that young lady whose kids said that they won't get up unless we do a 650 Druce College? Do you remember that? So we're going to have a 650 Druce College today. We've got to do it. I know, I don't remember her name. But I think she has like 3 kids. And not one of them will get up unless we play Druce College at 650. So that's what we're going to do because it's about the kids.
Yeah, I hope she calls because they're playing this morning.
Right. I told her that the one condition was that one of her children were going to have to play this morning to get us started on our 650 adventure. And boy, if those kids are not up. See,
you got 10 minutes to get the kids up.
What a predicament to be in. Think about the predicament that she is in. She can't get the kids up unless they play Druce College. But then they have to get up in order to play. And so you have to, now I got double trouble. All right, still taking some text on what dog I'm looking to get. If you and I can tell you right now on the text line, one of you nailed it. So somebody did guess correctly as to which dog it is that I'm looking at to fill my home with joy.
Is it one with a picture?
No, it's definitely not one of those pictures. Roy and Ocala, you better stop sending those pictures like that. It's distracting. I have to scroll away from Roy and Ocala's pictures because they just it messes me up. All right, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. That messes no one up. That is an awesome thing that you are doing, sending a Christmas card to our men and women serving overseas. We appreciate that. You can also drop off your cards, maybe from your church, organization, school, community, to any one of 5 Mel's Diners locations in Fort Myers, 2 in Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Bonita Springs. So please think about that and get your cards together. The deadline is December 5th, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't have a whole lot of time this year. So get those cards out. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. All right, a couple of things I wanted to get to. This was interesting for those that are saying that election integrity is rock solid in this country, always has been, never have had an issue at all when it comes to the voting machines. And now, look, if this president is going to lose an election because a voting machine was tampered with to the point that states literally in front of our eyes, states decided to stop counting votes, almost as if to try to find some fraudulent votes. And then we come to find out those were the states that were the ones that made the difference. You do say to yourself, well, has there been a time when that has been the case, where there's an example of that? And maybe that we have an example here in this country. Well, Sidney Powell brought that up. We're going to play some of that audio in the way. But if you're thinking about the past, are there examples as well of how these machines can be hacked? Oh, look at this. We go back to the 2016 election and a little flashback for you. A little of the machine that goes way back. And here you go, 2016. How about this report from Fox News?
Unlock the back door.
In 2008, he demonstrated how, as part of an election lawsuit against New Jersey officials. Well, he notes there has been no documented case of a machine actually being hacked this way in a U.S. election. He says it could happen by simply swapping the machine's computer chip for his own.
And I'll just have to replace this one ROM chip with a fraudulent computer program.
There you go. All right. So a Princeton professor hacked a Dominion voting machine in 7 minutes. All you had to do was pop out the one chip and replace it with your own chip. That changed the votes. That's the way he did it. So please spare us this idea that it's not happening. There's nothing to see here. We have Joe Biden as president-elect. I mean, he set up an office for the president-elect because, every president has done that, said no one ever. Has there ever been an office of president-elect? Does that even exist? Who runs the office? Is it legitimate? Can I set up an office of the president-elect? Because apparently that's a thing now. It's not a legitimate thing as far as government is concerned, but it's fun. So remember the lead. The concern is that this election was stolen. And remember the other part of the lead. For way too long, ladies and gentlemen, for way too long, we've let the media make the calls. We've let Democrats bully this country into doing what they want. For far too long, we've gone out and protested at a Million MAGA March in Washington, D.C., or someplace else peacefully singing and getting together and unifying with people of like ideology and our concerns and peacefully protesting. The left in this country comes along and starts to punch and destroy and loot like they did this weekend. Of course, the media doesn't talk about it, and neither does Joe Biden. We'll get to that in just a second. Remember the lead. So what does Cindy Powell know, and what doesn't she know? Lou Dobbs yesterday on her program. On his program, on Lou Dobbs' program. She's on his program. And saying, look, we got a sworn affidavit, everybody.
From the affidavit, designed in a way that the system could change the vote of each voter without being detected. He wanted the software itself to function in such a manner that if the voter were to place their thumbprint or fingerprint on a scanner, then the thumbprint would be tied to a record of the voter's name and identity as having voted, but that voter would not be tracked to the changed vote. He made it clear that the system would have to be set up but not leave any evidence of the changed vote for a specific voter, and that there would be no evidence to show and nothing to contradict that the name or the fingerprint or thumbprint was going with a changed vote. Smartmatic agreed to create such a system and produce the software and hardware that accomplished the result for President Chavez.
This is a member of the military who witnessed Smartmatic doing this in Venezuela for Chavez, and how they could stop an election, find out how many votes they needed, and then make it so that that software could be changed in order to affect the election.
People have been reporting this to our government for several years, including Democrats, and nobody's done a damn thing about it. Can't even express how furious I am over this.
Democrats like Amy Klobuchar and Elizabeth Warren, among others. Democrats who were complaining about and looking into and asking for investigations into the same software and the concerns that they had. The New York Times in 2018 talked about this. The New York Times in 2018 published a video of a University of Michigan computer scientist showing a group of students how easy it is to rig a Dominion voting machine. The name of the video is "I Hacked an Election. So Can the Russians." It's time America's leaders got serious about voting security. How ironic is it? Think of the irony here, everybody. How ironic is it that this video was created in 2016, and at the time, Democrats were focused on the Russians hacking the election, Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation. They wanted evidence that the president colluded with the Russians, right? 2018 comes along, and this professor's like, look, this could happen. Do you see how easy it is for me to hack? How prescient that person was to look and say, it's easy to do. He went to Congress to raise the alarms. He's trying to... Why do you think Democrats wanted an investigation into these voting machines? Because they clearly knew what was possible. They knew exactly what could happen. And yet, instead of it being the case, because it wasn't in 2016, that the Russians hacked these voting machines, no evidence of that, to turn the election to Donald Trump. But quite the opposite. They knew full well, possibly, what these machines and the software could do. And ultimately, they used it for themselves. How to hack into these Dominion voting machines. You buy a voting machine on eBay, or if you're the North Koreans, hack the manufacturer and steal their software code. Step 2, write a virus. Step 3, email your virus to every election official responsible for programming the voting machines with new ballots. Step 4, wait. Step 5, hijack the programming and let the election officials copy your invisible malicious code onto the voting machines. And then number 6, watch your code silently steal votes. Here's, again, going back to the lead. The concern is the theft of this election. The concern is that nothing should be ceded, no ground should be ceded, and this investigation needs to move forward. And if Sidney Powell and others have the proof that these Dominion voting machines were hacked into and that the votes went to Joe Biden, as she has described on numerous programs.
The other thought is that as soon as the Smartmatic system changed the votes that they wanted for their desired candidate, by the time they finish, they achieve a convincing but narrow victory of the certain number of votes they want for their candidate. This person saw by his own experience exactly what was happening there was happening here.
The person that they have in an affidavit said they know exactly what they did here because they've seen it in Venezuela. If that's what happened, then it needs to be investigated and it needs to go to a judge and it needs to move forward, and then remedy has to take place. What that remedy is the big question. How all of this gets fixed. But ultimately, the lead here is very simple. You don't cede anything because this election is not over. And we need to stop in the future. I don't want to say trusting, but if you've learned anything from this president is you do not trust the media. The media doesn't call the election. Democrats don't tell you to move on. Never Trumpers don't tell you to move on. You don't get to do that. You don't make the decisions. We'll go through the constitutional process that's taking place right now, and we'll find out what we'll find out. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. All right, here we go. It's a 650 edition of Drew's College of Political Knowledge. For questions on politics, the more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. 239-479-5592. If you would like to play, call now. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Couple of crashes around Southwest Florida. There's a crash in Collier on Pine Ridge, just to the west of I-75 as you're heading to Livingston. Also, a crash at Palm Beach Boulevard and I-75 as you are getting off of 75 to head west on Palm Beach Boulevard. Not a major backup, but traffic is slowing for about a quarter mile. I-75 itself is up to speed if you're heading to and from Lee and Charlotte, as well as delays in Cape Coral on Del Prado heading south to Pine Island Road. The trip to the minute traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
86, 87 for this afternoon with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. A few showers are possible before a front works its way in, and that'll set up a cooler, drier next several days. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Rush Limbaugh. United Airlines made a tough call this month when they told a passenger traveling from Newark to Los Angeles that she would have to leave her emotional support service animal behind. The passenger had a ticket for Dexter the Peacock, but United said, no way. Now, a 21-year-old college student's in the news over an incident that occurred last November. She was flying from Baltimore to her home in South Florida to take care of a medical issue. She had with her Pebbles, her dwarf hamster, which is part of the gerbil family, was going to provide emotional support for her. Now, when Spirit Airlines refused passage for the rodent, the student says she tried unsuccessfully to rent a car. After agonizing for several hours, the student claims that she followed advice from Spirit representatives and took Pebbles to the women's restroom. The student says she was scared, and so was Pebbles. Pebbles didn't know where he was going to end up, with good reason. So Pebbles was put in the toilet, and the toilet was flushed. It's bye-bye Pebbles. And after the deed was done, the student said she sat crying for 10 minutes in the stall and then flew home. Now, Spirit says they never told her to flush the animal down the toilet. They do admit the student was originally told that her hamster would be allowed to travel. As for the peacock, he should thank his lucky stars he can't fit in the toilet. Now, folks, do with this what you will, but all of it did happen. Really.
Wow, Noble Gold are putting Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Prime Day all together on this one. With gold set to rocket, the timing is perfect. Start a qualifying gold IRA or 401k, and Noble Gold is giving away an incredible 1/10-ounce solid 22-karat American Gold Eagle coin in a beautiful presentation box. They don't have many, so this offer ends in November. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com and get this special coin offer. But don't wait. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com.
TriStar Pictures brings you The Last Vermeer, a captivating new thriller directed by Dan Friedkin starring Guy Pearce and Clyde Bang. Based on true events, The Last Vermeer is the exciting story of a debonair artist who is accused of selling precious art to the Nazis and the soldier who's convinced of his innocence. The Hollywood Reporter says World War II movies have covered almost every possible angle, and yet The Last Vermeer finds a fresh and fascinating story to tell. The Last Vermeer. The hunt begins to uncover the truth. The Last Vermeer opens only in theaters Friday. Rated R for some language, violence, and nudity.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
When you're looking for a career change, what's important to you? Health insurance, dental, vision, wages, working conditions, paid time off, or an opportunity for growth? My Shower Door offers all of these, plus more. For the past 5 years, My Shower Door has continued to grow throughout Florida, and this growth requires top candidates. If you or someone you know is interested in making a career change, apply at myshowerdoor.com/careers and take that first step towards your new career path.
The team at Best Home Services understands that this is a time of much uncertainty and much unknown. With this uncertainty comes feelings of fear and panic. Please know that we are here for you today, tomorrow, and into the future as we move forward together, safely and comfortably. We are all in this together, and as stewards of our community, we promise to continue to provide you the services needed to keep you and your family safe. You are not alone. Best Home Services, our family protecting your family.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, here's Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hello, Drew.
How old are you, buddy?
9.
And where do you live? What part of town?
Naples.
Naples. All right, Ben, are you ready? This is Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We're going to see if you earn a PhD. Are you awake and ready to go, Ben?
Yes.
All right. Here's your first question, Ben. Your first question is, we got two people that are running on the Democrat side. We're told that one is going to be the president and one's going to be the vice president. We're not sure the election's over just yet. But who are the two on the Democrat side that are saying now that they're the president-elect and vice president-elect? What's their names?
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
That is correct, Ben. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this very question. All right, Ben, can you tell me one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech.
Woo! That is correct, sir. Do you know any more?
Well, there's freedom of religion, freedom of press,
Yep.
I think.
Yep, that's right. That's
And
right.
there's freedom to get together in groups. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, it's called assembly. We get together, we assemble, right?
Yes.
Yes, that is right. All right. Gosh, I'd like to give you the PhD just for all of that. All right, so there's your bachelor's degree question. Let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. When we elect a United States senator, right? We elect a senator. Yay, they won. How many years does a senator get to serve?
6.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's degree. We're going to see if you get a PhD on this question. Oh, boy, this might be a tough one. Hey, do you remember George W. Bush? Do you remember way back when, a long time ago, you probably heard about George Bush, President of the United States? Do you remember that guy?
I remember, yes.
You remember hearing about him, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he won an election against a Democrat who used to be the vice president of the United States, who invented the internet. The last part is not really true, but he likes to think so. Do you remember who he beat in 2000 to win the election? He used to be a vice president of the United States.
Al Gore?
That's right, it's Al Gore. Oh, Ben, you are awesome. I'm so glad you got up this morning. Do you have to go to school and everything? Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Ben. Listen, I might tell your mom right now you don't have to go to school today because you've got a full lesson. I mean, you learned more today than you probably... That's not really true. I shouldn't say that. Your mom is screaming right now. Stop talking. Okay. All right, Ben, congratulations. No, I know she's not. You got a PhD. I hope you're super excited.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. All right, Ben, you are the best. I need you to stay there, okay? Don't move.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, learn a lot in school today.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
And enjoy school. It's fun. You get to see friends. You eat some fun foods. And your teachers are nice.
I will.
Okay, buddy. Stay right there. That was pretty awesome.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Sometimes you want to get things done fast. There's a lot of things in your life you would like to happen in a hurry. How about getting that water that's coming out of your faucet fixed? Have great tasting water instead of water that tastes bad like chlorine or chemicals. You thought about what it's doing to your skin or hair? Well, you hear me talk about Pelican Water, Pelican now Pentair Water Solutions. You can take care of your home's water today by calling Max. Make the call. Thousands of people already have done this. Make the call today. You're going to love the way your water tastes from every faucet with your new Pentair water treatment system. And there's a big difference when it comes to Pentair water specialists, trained, Pentair certified, uniform, local experts like Max. He's awesome. They use state-of-the-art Pentair water tests, so you can see what's in your water right there on the spot. The mobile showroom, you'll have a wider range of options to see in front of you, and they can maintain your system for you with their white glove service. Look, get it done now. Get it done fast. Call now for your free Pentair water test and save 15% on your whole home water system. Here's the number, 239-880-7799. That's 239-880-7799, or book online at pelicanwestfl.com.
Water everywhere. You can't swim in it. You can't stand drinking it. Heck, it's so bad it's on the news every day. Hi, I'm Rob Hill from Bob Hill Plumbing. We've invested over 66 years here in Naples, bringing you clean, drinkable water for your home or condo. We realize we can't fix the water problems everywhere, but we can definitely clean up the water inside your home. Our government does their best to deliver safe water for use. But wow, who wants chlorinated yellow water at every faucet? Let us install a Halo home filtration system and remove all the bad taste, color, and odor from your water. Halo removes 99% of all chlorine, ammonia, and all the bad-tasting chemicals in our municipal water system. Call Bob Hill Plumbing today and let us install a Halo water system in your home so you can once again enjoy clean, bottle-quality water at every faucet. Bob Hill Plumbing. Let me be your plumbing guy.
To schedule service, call Bob Hill Plumbing at 262-6119 or bobhillplumbing.com.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News Update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, the state will certify our election results. The state's electoral votes will go for President Trump. The president won Florida by more than 370,000 votes out of the 11 million ballots cast. Newly elected Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson wants to create a homelessness task force. Mayor Anderson hopes to announce who will be on that task force at the start of the new year. Homeless advocates are concerned that a group like that will be more law enforcement driven, leading to the homeless being arrested instead of leading to them getting help. Our hospitals are dealing with more patients coming in for COVID-19. Lee Health says right now 96 patients are in the hospital for COVID treatment. At NCH, they're treating 46 patients who've tested positive. Today, Lee County commissioners will discuss funding for the rapid testing program at the school district. The district hopes commissioners will approve $250,000 in Lee CARES Act funding to pay for it. Right now, they have 2,000 rapid tests. They believe those will last until Christmas break. The future of the City of Palm Stadium is up in the air again. One of the Fort Myers City Council members says there needs to be something created to draw someone downtown and support the Luminary Hotel. The council decided to hire planners to look at the Midtown plan with an idea of a multi-purpose sports facility. A new initiative will study how widespread dementia is in a part of Southwest Florida. This program not only will find out how many people and caregivers are affected by dementia, but it will also help educate people about the disease. Dr. Tom Felke at FGCU says they'll begin their secondary data analysis in December. The first official meeting of the Dementia Initiative will take place in December as well. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
A crash in Fort Myers at Iris Road and Sanibel Boulevard is not causing a major backup. If you are heading through this intersection, just a tap on the brakes. But there is a crash at Palm Beach Boulevard and I-75, still causing a delay on Palm Beach Boulevard heading westbound towards the interstate. And I-75 is packed. If you're heading south to Bonita Beach Road, no surprise here if you're a normal commuter on the interstate, and that's to the south of Corkscrew Road. The trip to the Minute Traffic, I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, thanks to a cold front, today is going to be a wonderful fall day. 81 degrees for the high, mostly sunny, some lower humidity, and breezy, gusting 20 to 30. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
If you struggle using CPAP, it can leave you feeling tired. Forgetful.
Who put this banana in the toaster?
You did?
Cool, okay, just checking.
And even impact your health. Fortunately, now there's Inspire, a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose. Just sleep. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Are your health insurance premiums making you sick? Tim Cooper at Health Plan Network can help. Tim has helped countless individuals and families here in the Fort Myers area save 30 to 60% on health insurance with super coverage. Tim recently saved a family of 4 $800 a month on their health insurance with a lower deductible. If you're uninsured, recently lost your job, on COBRA, or paying extreme rates for Obamacare or your work coverage, Tim will help you understand your options. If you meet the flexible guidelines for coverage, Health Plan Network will provide you the best coverage at the lowest rate. Their goal is to give you peace of mind and the utmost in healthcare. Go to healthplannetwork.net and see for yourself, or better yet, call Tim, an expert with 23 years experience at 239-268-6712. That's 239-268-6712. Go to healthplannetwork.net. That's healthplannetwork.net. A premium personalized plan managed and designed by you, not the government.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the pool doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Heat pumps take heat out of the air and put it in your pool. They cost less to run than gas heaters, and you won't have panels on your roof. Special pricing, rebates, and free on-site evaluations. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the pool doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. How can I make the most of waiting for my next big vacation?
Translate your questions into goals by investing with Merrill Edge Self-Directed. It's more accessible than you think, with helpful planning tools plus free online stock and ETF trades, so you can keep practicing your pronunciation. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Other fees may apply. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live each and every day on YouTube. You can watch at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Subscribe to the channel. It helps to keep us going if you enjoy watching, and we appreciate it. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. Please, please, please get involved. Get those Christmas cards together, your family, your school, your church, your organization, your community. And send those cards and letters, or not letters, but just cards, Christmas cards, that are not sealed, no glitter inside. They have to be vetted by Kim Gade and everybody over at Lee Health before they get on transport and get shipped around the globe to our men and women serving overseas. 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. You can text the word troops right now to 239-479-5592, and you'll have the address there at your fingertips. And any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations will be drop-off points. So there's one in Fort Myers, one in Cape Coral, one in Bonita, and 2 in Naples. So any one of the 5 locations of Mel's Diner is a good place to drop them off if you would like. But do hurry, because December 5th is our deadline. We want to get them out and vetted, certainly in time to ship before Christmas. So thank you for everyone helping out. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. All right. Anytime you want to call and text, what's on your mind this morning? Hey, a couple of things that I heard about yesterday, and I do want to get a gauge from you as to what you think. And even maybe Jake the Millennial might even join in on this one, because he knows about debt. I know about debt. We all know about debt. Hey, are you comfortable, you personally, paying for someone else's student loan debt? Because that's what Chuck Schumer thinks should happen. That's what Democrats think should happen. On the heels of Chuck Schumer being, a super tough guy, the same guy who takes the masks off when he's in large crowds in New York to cheer on the fact that, Joe Biden, he believes, is the president-elect, and y'all need to get over it. And I don't mean the y'all part because they don't y'all in New York, but I do mean the fact that you need to stop and get used to the idea.
No court is going to overturn this election. Joe Biden will be installed as president. So Republicans, get over it.
Yeah, get over it. Just stop. I mean, what are you doing? There's Chuck Schumer, who should know better than anybody that Republicans need to get over it, and what he says goes. And if they believe that the Russians were in league with Donald Trump to rig the 2016 election with no proof, and even though it was a hoax and it was all a setup, and of course it was the administration formally that was weaponizing the American government against Donald Trump, none of that matters. If Chuck Schumer says you need to get over it, you need to get over it. Yeah, you sit down, Chuck. It's okay. I mean, bless you, but and that's so disrespectful. Senator Chuck, sit down and relax. Process is taking place. We'll see. It's interesting that he brings up a court. No court's going to overturn the election. The court doesn't have to overturn the election. All the court needs to do is listen to the case. And then ultimately, is the decision going to be in the hands of the state legislators who are going to pick the electors, and they're the ones that may see some that they may have a question with in their state, maybe Pennsylvania, maybe that's what we're looking at. Maybe the goal is getting enough evidence of systemic fraud that went on throughout this election, and Republican state legislatures might have a credible argument and reason to refuse to certify Biden electors in those states. Is that the goal? So Chuck Schumer with everybody relax. It's Joe Biden as the president-elect. What else does he say?
Joe Biden campaigned on strong COVID relief. He won. That's what the American people want, not just here in New York, but across the country.
Yeah, no, you know what? There's more than enough proof in the numbers to show that, the support wasn't behind Joe Biden. Joe Biden didn't have the kind of support that is being suggested by Chuck Schumer. There is something to be said about the numbers, and plenty of people have talked about it. It's a great article in The Spectator, why Pennsylvania doesn't add up. Mail-in ballots take on a life of their own, and talking about how in Pennsylvania, people were saying, look, there's no way Joe Biden was going to win. There's no way that in an area that was dependent upon fracking in the oil industry, the energy industry, there was no way with the comments being made that they were going to go out and force the way we're told that they did and vote for Joe Biden. Just didn't happen. The morning of the election, Trump trailed Biden in Real Clear Politics national average by 7%. This is from the article in The Spectator. The actual difference is 3.4% as he writes it. Trump outperformed by 3.6%. Everyone in Pennsylvania figured Trump would achieve at least a 5% overperformance in Pennsylvania polls, especially given Trump's relentless campaigning, his booming popularity, and Biden, not to mention Kamala Harris's, suicidal statements on the energy and fracking industry. The RCP average for Pennsylvania in the morning of the election was Biden by 1.2%, with Trump besting Biden in 3 of the latest polls by Susquehanna, Inside Advantage, and Trafalgar. Trump was surging. The man was on fire in Pennsylvania. And how did it ultimately end up? He currently is losing to Biden by 0.8%. In other words, Trump vastly outperformed his numbers nationally, but vastly underperformed them in Pennsylvania. And if you believe that, I've got 1,000 acres of farmland to sell you in Philadelphia. And he goes on to talk about the comparison to 2016. It's not legit, everybody. There are big questions, and everybody knows it. So when Chuck Schumer says, COVID-19, everybody wants to listen to Joe Biden. This is what they want. What about Joe Biden and COVID? Here's something interesting. Yesterday, the president, the office of the president-elect, I can't even say it with a straight face. The office of the president-elect. I have an office of the president-elect in my home, I'm proud to say. And it's beautiful. Oh, it's got books. It's got a couple of computers in there. Day before yesterday, it had a hamster running in the middle of the night through it and just pooping all over the place because my son forgot to put the top on this hamster cage, and this hamster is like Houdini, and it gets out of the cage and it runs around. It's pretty disgusting. It's disgusting. I got to get rid of this thing. Sorry. Yeah. Get a cat. Oh, man, if I get this dog, a hamster might be lunch. Anyway, that's look, send your cards and letters to Jake the Millennial. If you're somebody who is disgusted by the statement about a dog eating a hamster because it got out of the cage, you got bigger fish to fry here. Oh, gosh, are we frying fish now? I didn't even think about, oh, my gosh, this dog's eating hamsters. We're frying fish. What are we doing to these poor animals? So Joe Biden, who had a presser yesterday, lots of questions for the president-elect. He's not yet. And not one about the left in this country and Biden supporters going out and smashing faces and attacking people at the Million MAGA March over the weekend. No asking. We don't care what anybody has to say about that. And certainly Joe Biden doesn't have to comment on it because, the media. Here's Joe Biden in defense of you forgetting everything that you love about Thanksgiving. That would be family.
Well, here's what I do. Let me tell you what the health experts have said to me.
I can't wait. Yeah.
And it's not because I'm unique and president-elect. It's because of my family.
Oh, my gosh. You're not the president-elect.
They strongly urge that if, in fact, we're going to have Thanksgiving with anyone, that we limit it to a maximum. They suggest 5 people, maximum 10 people, socially distanced wearing masks.
Okay. Yeah, so I've got wife and kids, and I got 5 kids, so there's 7 people in the house. You're telling me 5 max. What do I do? Do I leave the kids in the garage? Maybe I get rid of them for the day. I don't know. Go. Look, here's a drumstick. You get a drumstick, and you get a drum. Just go. I don't care. Just walk. Just leave. You can't be in here. You're not safe. It's not safe with you around. You need to go. There's way too many people in this house to celebrate Thanksgiving. Off you go. There's Joe Biden.
And people who have quarantined. So
yeah, I got to stop for a second. Yeah, how we doing? We got this large spike now in COVID cases, we're told. Big spikes across the country. Well, I'll tell you what, that masking and social distancing is sure working out, isn't it? Anybody asking about that? What's the efficacy of masking and social distancing if we're having these spikes? Oh, no, you got to keep doing it. Why? No, I'm serious. I'm asking why. Well, because it keeps us safe. Don't you want to be safe? Well, how do I know that? You're telling me I got these ginormous spikes in cases all across the country, and yet I'm doing everything you're telling me to do. As a matter of fact, I can tell you a lot of people that did everything they were told to do and still got it. So what are you saying? All right. 239-479-5592. I know I want to get to your calls. I do want to get to what I said at the beginning of the show, which is the top of the hour, which is, are you prepared to pay for other people's debt, student loan debt? Because that's what you're going to get. Chuck Schumer, I got off on a COVID tangent. Let me take it back around. Phew. Okay, is this. Chuck Schumer also said yesterday, or the day before yesterday, that, yeah, you all need to understand that we have to have all of you listening right now pay for the decisions of others, whether they were the right decisions or the wrong decisions. That Biden should cancel up to $50,000 of people's student debt via executive order. Executive order. I got a pen and I got a phone. Thank you very much, Barack Obama. We appreciate that. All right. Yeah, so all of you who saved up to make sure that you paid off your student loan on time and with due diligence, yeah, you guys, forget about you. Those have paid a big chunk of it. Maybe you're getting ready to finish it all out. Yep, sorry for you. Oh, and hey, just to remind everybody that you personally will be the ones to pay for everybody's choices. Because that's how a good society does it. They make bad choices, you get to pay for them. Are you okay with that? 239-479-5592. All right, John's in Fort Myers. John, what did you want to talk about this morning?
Well, first of all, I'm having a big old gathering at my house for Thanksgiving. I could set 2 more places for your kids.
Oh gosh! Oh, don't say that, John. Are you going to be responsible? Why are you
massive?
No.
20, 30 people.
No. I can't believe I'm listening to this. Turn him down. John, stop it.
All right. Well, I was just wanted to say, as far as the student loans go, I'm 100% on the same page as you. I've made bad financial decisions. They weren't with college, but are you going to forgive those debts? I just feel like I have debts. I have to pay them off. I was stupid when I accumulated this debt.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining and blaming anyone but myself. There were tons of foreclosures in Fort Myers and Lehigh and all that. Are we going to cancel them?
Well, that might be next.
Student debt only. I mean, it's basically, hey, let's single out how stupid millennials are and all the bad investments they made in their future instead of learning a trade or anything else other than accumulating student debt.
John, hold on a second. John, listen. It's the kids. Do you not understand? These poor youths, the youths of America, they don't know better. They tried their best, John. They went out and they accumulated this debt. They just wanted to be better. They just wanted to be... Stop. You know what it is. It's all...
you know what? You just made a great point. I take back everything I said. Let's forget all the debt. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah, well, you don't think that's... I was just talking to somebody in the newsroom, and John, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Love to hear your thoughts on student loan debt. Do we just have you pay for everybody's debt? I wonder if maybe you're cool with that. I was just talking to somebody... What did you say, Jake?
Somebody pay for my debt.
Yeah, please, pay for Jake's debt, will you? He's got a ton of it, too.
A lot, yeah.
I was just talking to somebody in the newsroom about this, and they said, well, I did everything right. I spent 10 years to pay back all my student loan debt, and there was a lot of it. Am I going to get any money back? Am I going to see any of it? And my answer is, you might. I know it sounds crazy, but where we are focusing on the youths right now and those that have made some intermediate basket weaving courses or, critical theory on the differences between... I don't know. Just think of the most ridiculous courses that you could possibly imagine in the humanities in college and the $70,000 that it costs for you to take those courses. And these students who, for some reason, somehow thought that this was a good idea to accumulate this debt, not ever once looking at the colleges and saying, can you bring your prices down? Why is it so expensive for this interweaving basket market case in the humanities? I don't know what it is. I'm just making stuff up now. Why is it so expensive? And the colleges are like, well, hold on a second. This is free money, baby. We got student loans being handed out, government loans. The money's easy. It's easy to get all of that money. We'll pick any price we want. What do you care? Because we're paying for it. And I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out when, again, here's the lead. Personal responsibility is gone in this country. Nobody has to be held personally responsible for anything anymore. And we're supposed to do what Chuck Schumer says and shut up and accept it and take it, just like the election. We're supposed to accept this as the reality of the day, and you need to stop. Right?
So Republicans get over it.
So get over it all. Just get over it. Right. All right. John said gender identification 101. Yeah, that's only a $50,000 course. And oh, by the way, we can make any price and set any price because if you get in student loans, how easy is that? It costs $50,000 for that course. Okay. All right, maybe I'm wrong about this. We got Ron and Gabe and Joe and Ken all want to talk about this. So let's take a break. And when we come back, are you prepared personally out of your pocket to pay for other people's student loan debts? Are you cool with that? Joe Biden thinks it should happen by executive order, a pen and the phone. And Chuck Schumer doesn't give a snot about putting anything together when it comes to his position in the government, which would be through Congress, even asking the House to come up with some legislation to go through the process. No. We're just going to sign off on this, baby. Joe Biden. As a matter of fact, I'll have, you know what's going to happen. Joe Biden will have the pen in his hand and Chuck Schumer will be behind it signing his name because Joe Biden's going to be like, there's potatoes on the menu today for lunch. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News, making Southwest Florida great every day. 92.5 Fox News.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Riedel, your host of The Drive here. Let's talk about advancements in cataract surgery offered to you by France Eye Care. Now, we've recently talked about the light adjustable lens. It's a lens designed to enhance the results of your cataract surgery. What it does is allow patients to have changes made to the lens non-invasively. And again, that comes after cataract surgery. But question for you, how would you like to achieve an even greater range of focus, better night vision, maybe clearer distance vision? Well, France Eye Care is introducing the Vivity lens for cataract patients. Dr. France is the first surgeon in Southwest Florida to bring you this technology. So give Dr. France and his team a shout today. They will guide you through the process of choosing the right lens for you. And with decades of experience, France Eye Care is a team of surgeons you can trust.
Friends, I care.
When you're looking for a career change, what's important to you? Health insurance, dental, vision, wages, working conditions, paid time off, or an opportunity for growth? My Shower Door offers all of these, plus more. For the past 5 years, My Shower Door has continued to grow throughout Florida, and this growth requires top candidates. If you or someone you know is interested in making a career change, apply at myshowerdor.com/careers and take that first step towards your new career path.
And now a word from Dr. Johnston at 596-BACK.
Across the country, there has been a major increase in the number of back and neck pain cases. Most researchers attribute it to a decrease in the amount of activity people have been getting. This leads to pinched or compressed spinal nerves. These same nerves go down into people's legs and arms. I've especially noticed this among those with stenosis, arthritis, or bulging herniated discs. This pain, weakness, or numbness should not be ignored. Action needs to be taken. If you suffer from one of these conditions, or even scoliosis or neuropathy, it's important to get your condition correctly diagnosed and treated. At Johnston Spinal Care, we treat these conditions non-surgically, without needles or medications, using spinal decompression, completely safe and painless. Call today for a no-charge telephone consultation or MRI review. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK, 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing cost program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, call us at 313-5000, that's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Happy Thanksgiving from your friends at Anthony's on the Boulevard. Join us Thanksgiving for a traditional turkey dinner.
Take the stress out of preparing Thanksgiving dinner. Dine at Anthony's on the Boulevard. Turkey dinner plate only $16. Or pre-order and take home a full Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people, just $99. Anthony's on the Boulevard is newly renovated with spacious outdoor and indoor seating. Located at 1303 Del Prado Boulevard South. Call 772-5900 or visit anthonysontheblvd.net for events and specials. That's 772-5900.
This Wink News Break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, the state will certify our election results. The state's electoral votes will go for President Trump. The president won Florida by more than 370,000 votes out of the 11 million ballots cast. Newly elected Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson wants to create a homelessness task force. Mayor Anderson hopes to announce who will be on that task force at the start of the new year. Homeless advocates are concerned that a group like that will be more law enforcement driven, leading to the homeless being arrested instead of leading to them getting help. Our hospitals are dealing with more patients coming in for COVID-19. Lee Health says right now 96 patients are in the hospital for COVID treatment. At NCH, they're treating 46 patients who've tested positive. Today, Lee County commissioners will discuss funding for the rapid testing program at the school district. The district hopes commissioners will approve $250,000 in Lee CARES Act funding to pay for it. Right now, they have 2,000 rapid tests. They believe those will last until Christmas break. The future of the City of Palm Stadium is up in the air again. One of the Fort Myers City Council members says there needs to be something created to draw someone downtown and support the Luminary Hotel. The council decided to hire planners to look at the Midtown plan with an idea of a multi-purpose sports facility. A new initiative will study how widespread dementia is in a part of Southwest Florida. This program not only will find out how many people and caregivers are affected by dementia, but it will also help educate people about the disease. Dr. Tom Felke at FGCU says they'll begin their secondary data analysis in December. The first official meeting of the Dementia Initiative will take place in December as well. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Lehigh Acres at Lee Boulevard and Sunnyland Boulevard is slowing traffic westbound on Lee, starting from Sunshine towards Gunnery Road. The best thing you can do to avoid this slowdown is take State Road 82. It might be a little out of your way, but 23rd is also congested. Also, a crash at Iris Road and Sanibel Boulevard, still slowing traffic westbound on Sanibel to US 41. And the crash at Winged Foot and Lee Road is slowing traffic northbound on Lee, heading to Alico. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, thanks to a cold front, today is going to be a wonderful fall day. 81 degrees for the high, mostly sunny, some lower humidity, and breezy, gusting 20 to 30. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News.
Right, all along.
You want a new look for your kitchen, but you really dread the thought of subjecting your home and family to the mess and fuss created by weeks of remodeling? Cornerstone Builders has the solution. They can give your kitchen an entirely new look in a matter of days, not weeks. Stand by for the phone number to schedule your free in-home consultation. Cornerstone will save you a lot of time and thousands of dollars with a custom kitchen reface. This 4-step process includes 15 cabinet doors, 5 drawer fronts, and includes relaminating your cabinet exteriors, plus new hinges and new knobs or handles. Best part? The price. Just $38.20 for a beautiful thermofoil reface or $78.20 for maple wood reface. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation. 239-332-3020. That's 332-3020. 239-332-3020. Cornerstone Builders in Fort Myers, Naples, and Marco Island. With 30 years and 22,000 satisfied customers. You know they're gonna wow you.
Hey, it's Jake DeMolino here from Daybreak to talk about AMCO of Bonita Springs. Everyone's been affected by the pandemic, and I was definitely no exception. But here's the thing. I had an issue, a well-known issue. Kevin and Todd came to the rescue, effectively giving me my life back. They put their expertise to work on my transmission. That was completely shot. His master mechanic told me that it was probably the worst transmission he's seen in his 30 years of working. And let me tell you, he knocked it out of the park. He helped me, and I'm sure he can help you as well. AMCO of Bonita Springs has been trusted in Southwest Florida since 2008. They've been through pandemics, recessions, you name it. They're located right off of Burnwood Drive in Bonita, an independent, conservative AMCO dealer whose award-winning customer service speaks for itself. They work on all makes and models, and they don't just do transmissions. They can do oil changes, normal maintenance, tires, you name it. For those of you out there with classic cars, there's no one I could trust more than Kevin and Todd with something I know you cherish and is so near and dear to you. So give Kevin and Todd a call at AMCO of Bonita Springs. 239-992-2626. 239-992-2626. A big thank you from Jake the Millennial for AMCO of Bonita Springs.
You find yourself searching for a reputable air conditioning company?
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
I'm Crystal Casey with Brett Air Conditioning. For over 45 years, our motto has been, don't sweat, call Brett. We are a family-owned business with a great reputation. Whether your AC needs maintained, serviced, or replaced, we are here to serve you. So stop searching and join the Brett Air family today. You can find us online at brettairconditioning.com or call us at 239-566-3633. 239-566-3633. 3633.
If you don't love your AC company, call Brett Air right now. Find them online at brettairconditioning.com or like them on Facebook.
Don't sweat. Call Brett.
License number CAC 1819995.
Has the little blue pill let you down? Our expert medical staff at mymensclinic.com can and will help. Guys, if you're suffering from ED, we can fix it. Even if you have tried Viagra and other drugs and they've failed you, we will help. Studies have shown that we offer the most effective non-surgical treatments for ED, even if you have other medical conditions. They're generally no problem. We know that hearing "we can try again next weekend" is tough. When what you want to hear is wow, we at mymensclinic.com have helped thousands of men just like you, thousands more nationally. We can make one simple guarantee, and we do. See our licensed medical staff. If we can't show you positive results during that first appointment, that appointment is free. Guys, let's get the wow back in the bedroom. Guys, let's book online at mymensclinic.com or call 239-307-0125. That's 239-307-0125. Again, mymensclinic.com.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these three things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all three, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating. Always on time, or you don't pay a dime. Please visit us at www.onehourairnaples.com or call 844-1-HOUR.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live on YouTube each and every day at Drew Steele Radio, Steele with 3 E's. Please subscribe to the channel. So a couple of things going on. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. That continues. And we want to get those Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas. So you can fill out that card and send it via mail, or you can drop them off at any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations. They have 1 in Naples, 2 in Naples, 1 in Fort Myers, 1 in Cape Coral, and 1 in Bonita. So your organization, your church, your school, you're gathering them up. Get them quickly because December 5th is the deadline. We want to make sure we have enough time to vet them and ship them off. So we appreciate that. Also, a little thing we're doing on the side. I think I told you this morning that it looks like we finally are taking the step to get a dog after it'll be 4 years this December 10th. And 4 years since my first guy passed, and it's been a long time to get back into that I'm ready to have a dog again mode. And so people are guessing what kind of dog I'm thinking about getting. And so I just enjoy seeing what you're texting, except for Roy and Ocala. He's got to stop sending those things that with emotion. It's distracting. He's sending some crazy. You're laughing. You think it's hysterical. He's sending these gifs of dogs doing.
It's not peanut butter, Drew.
Okay, are we going to do the?
It's
is
GIF.
No, it's GIF. It's not a GIF. It's a
not
GIF.
Peanut butter.
All right, so that's the second thing. So we're having an argument about that. And then we get to this fun topic, which is student loan debt. Chuck Schumer is saying $50,000, Joe Biden, stroke of a pen. We're going to forgive $50,000 worth of student loan debt. It doesn't make a difference what you were going for. It's not fair that somebody would go and spend $50,000 for a job that they're going to end up making $30,000 a year on. It is their fault to not examine it. And I wonder what you think of that. Maybe, look, because you're the ones that are going to end up paying for this. You are the people that will end up, you're the individuals that will end up paying for other people's debt. Are you cool with that? Is that the way it should be? 239-479-5592. So we're going to get to your calls in just a second. Also, wanted to bring this story up. Maybe at 8 o'clock we'll focus on this. Wink News had a story out. It says negative COVID-19 test not enough to rely on for the holidays. Excuse me? Wait. So now we're hearing about spikes in COVID. We're hearing Joe Biden saying, hey, listen, you got to stop. You can't, you got 5 people in your house? You already have too many people in your house. So, if you're thinking about having Thanksgiving with 5 people in the house, 10 max, you are pushing it, my friend. You are pushing it. So we're not gonna have any part of that. Because, the masking and the social distancing, how well that's working. Where I would ask, if it's working so well, then why are we having these spikes, supposedly, these massive spikes in cases across the country? If everybody's doing the masking and the social distancing, then does it show that maybe it doesn't work? That maybe we just need to realize what it is and what it is not, and get really good on the therapeutics and get ready for a vaccine. But after that, be responsible with the people you're around, the ones that are the most vulnerable. I mean, is that what we're looking at? But having said that, this story is striking to me, and we're going to get to your calls in a second. I just can't believe it. More restrictions coming across the U.S. as coronavirus cases surge. People in Chicago asked to stay home. Yeah. Philadelphia banned indoor gatherings. What? California reinstated broad restrictions and Iowa mandated masks. This comes as Florida reports more than 4,000 confirmed COVID cases Monday. Over the weekend, Sunday saw the state reach its highest reported case count since July 25th with more than 10,000. Hey, by the way, there's something that's missing in this Wink News report. You know what's missing? The fact that 130,000 plus tests were given. The most tests we have had since July 25th. 130,000 tests. Do you know how big? I mean, the next closest was somewhere in the area of 120,000 tests. And those tests were in July. I'm looking at the graph right now. So, and the deaths continue to go down in the state. 130,000 tests as a new record, that big spike in cases. But the positive percentage dropped by almost 20%. You're not filling in the whole story. But then here's what the most outrageous part is. And once again, we'll get to the calls. But we learned that a negative test result is not enough to rely on if you want to see your family at Thanksgiving. This, according to this Wink News article. Doctors are saying a negative test does not mean you don't have COVID-19. We know that there's chances of false negatives and false positives since testing started, but it's something to keep in mind if you're planning on getting a test. Okay, so what you're saying is, I'm not allowed to see my mom, who I may not ever get the chance to see again because she's elderly, and I'm really concerned about her health. I'm really concerned about the future. I can't spend time with my family as a whole, including my kids, including my nephews and nieces. I can't spend time with any of them and gather in my home because you're telling me that a negative test result is not enough to rely on because they're saying a negative test doesn't mean you don't have it. So what the heck are we doing? So then why are we bother testing? And why do we care about testing so much if the testing is not going to show us exactly what's going on in our bodies? It's complicated, Drew. It's complicated. Don't you understand? Mask up. I'm trying to put all this together. We're trying to make sense of this all. You're telling us to cancel Thanksgiving and Christmas, but we're not allowed to ask any questions about that. What in the world are we doing? 239-479-5592. All right, Gabe's in L.A. wanted to weigh in a little bit on student loan debt. Gabe, you ready to pay your fair share?
I am. I'll tell you what, I'm not willing to pay for somebody else's dumb mistake of going to college. I'm a mechanic. I work at Jermaine Lincoln, and when I was younger, I was going to go to UTI, which is a college for mechanics, for automotive, right?
Right.
And I talked to a very close buddy of mine who works for Lexus up in Georgia. He's pretty much he's like the supervisor of the whole entire dealership. And he told me, he said, Gabe, if you go to that school, I will whoop your butt. It is worthless. It ain't worth the time, and it ain't worth the money. You're going to lose $50,000, and you're going to come out not knowing anything. The best way to get an education is honestly the old school way, and that's on the job training. So
you got on the job. You bet, Gabe. That's a great call. Thank you so much. On the job training. You got VOTEC, all the things that we used to do, skills and trades that are going on right now where they are desperate to get people in places like HVAC and mechanics and others where you're making a pretty darn good living. The kind of numbers that you would love to see getting out of college, and you would be getting it right now. But somehow we've convinced the world that the only way to survive in this country and across the globe is to spend $50,000 plus on a college education where they're indoctrinating our kids. They're running them through these indoctrination mills, these colleges, and the colleges keep going up and up and up. They don't give a snot because they know you're going to pay whatever it is, because if you're going to get a loan, it's easy to get the loan, and they don't question why you're spending. Why? Wait a minute. Your gender indoctrination 101 studies course that you're probably going to end up not making what you think you're going to make once you get out of this college is costing $60,000. The loan people don't say, hold on a second, why? Why is it that much? Is there any place else that's less money? They don't care. All right, we got Ken in Naples. Ken may have a different opinion on this. Ken, you ready to pay everybody?
Good morning, Drew.
You ready to pay everybody else's student debt, Ken?
No, I'm not, because when you pay somebody else's debt, you are contributing to entitlement. It just keeps on going and going.
Yep, it's a great point.
My kid graduated from college. It took, I'm going to say about 7 or 8 years. But during that process, we saved up some money. We helped him out. He worked. He graduated, 0 student loan debt. So, you know what? I feel really great. That's, he's on his way without a big
debt on his back. Yeah.
Debt on his head. Right. So that's great.
Yeah.
But when people go to college, they make a decision to spend money to improve themselves. So the purpose of education is to improve themselves so they can do 2 things: make a greater impact in the economy and a greater impact in the community. So that education makes us smarter so we can serve our communities better. Yeah. And service is a huge thing.
Yeah.
But then also from a personal standpoint, it serves you better so you can provide more for your family and your personal surroundings.
Sure. So, well, listen, Ken, we've got to run. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. And to Ken's point, where is your personal responsibility? We've lost that. And to Ken's point, if all of this debt is going to be forgiven and going in that it's going to be forgiven, then what do you care? You're not even worried about this. All the people who pay. Look, I just think about my personal life, and everybody has their own personal experience. How many people do you know, and I'm sure you know plenty, and you may be one of them, who already did the hard work of saving to pay off your student loan debt, and then all of this happens, and you're like, well, wait a minute. I did it the right way. Sounds like something else. I did this the right way. I paid off my debt. I spent years and years making sure I was responsible, personal responsibility in paying off this debt. When do I get my money? And the answer is you might. In a Biden administration where it seems like it's just a piggy bank up there, that all your tax dollars are just a big, beautiful piggy bank to just go and spend and pay everybody else's debt. Look, I remember my personal experience, and I remember how I wanted to go. Gosh, I don't have enough time to tell this story. Maybe I'll tell all right. I'll tell you my personal story. Maybe a lot of you don't know how I made my way to Southwest Florida in 1986. I can tell you that story coming up because it has to do with going to college and what I could and could not afford. And well, I'll tell you the story on the other side. But first, we got to do this. Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. 239-479-5592. Let's do this. We'll have caller number 5 call in right now, and you play Drew's College up next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. By the way, Ron and Jason, Joe and Jerry. That's funny. Ron and Jace, Joe, Jerry. Lots of J's. We're going to get to your calls, so just stay where you are, and we will get to your calls as well. Coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
A crash at Lee Boulevard and Gerald Avenue is slowing traffic just a touch at this intersection. This is to the west of Gunnery Road. Also a crash at Sunnyland and Lee Boulevard. The delays have decreased quite a bit, so pretty good to go if you're heading west of Sunshine towards Gunnery on Lee. Now, we are packed on the Cape Coral Bridge as well as the Midway Bridge, and that delay starts from Del Prado to get onto both bridges to head into Fort Myers. So very, very busy morning. If you want to avoid this, go ahead and head into North Fort Myers and use the Edison Bridge. It's up to speed all the way into downtown. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
86, 87 for this afternoon with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. A few showers are possible before a front works its way in, and that'll set up a cooler, drier next several days. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
There's the left way, and then there's the right way. 92.5 Fox News.
If I said the word Medicare, you'd probably start thinking about paperwork and deadlines. But with the annual election period ending on December 7th, here's something else to think about. $0. Florida Blue Medicare has benefits that help you save money, like a $0 monthly plan premium and $0 to low copay for prescription drugs. There's also comprehensive dental, vision, and hearing coverage that includes discounts on eyeglasses, hearing aids, and more. See all the ways Florida Blue keeps money in your pocket, and you won't think of Medicare the same way again. But hurry, December 7th is your last chance to enroll. Call 866-219-7818 or visit FloridaBlueMedicare.com/radio to switch today and see how Blue is committed to you. Florida Blue is a PPO health plan with a Medicare contract. Florida Blue Medicare is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Florida Blue or Florida Blue Medicare depends on contract renewal. All benefits not available on all plans.
When everything around us has been interrupted, including playtime, work time, and downtime, friends and family are always there to help pick up the pieces. At Castilla Roofing, we are here for our community, our employees, and you. Keeping a roof over your head is our job, our headache, and our promise to you. Castilla Roofing, family owned and operated. Your satisfaction is our reputation.
Go to CastillaRoofing.us, that's CASTILLA, or call 239-465-2646. License CCC 1328615.
A refreshing swim in your pool is just what you need in times like these. But do you know if your pool water is safe and healthy for your family and pets? Just because your pool is blue doesn't mean it's healthy. A poorly maintained pool can cause irreversible damage to your pool and equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida is a fully licensed and insured full-service pool company. Their experienced pool experts do it all: cleaning, repairs, leak detection, and more. And they'll always keep your heaters and pumps working their best. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit to assure well-balanced water and well-functioning equipment. They care about your pool and your family. That's why so many pool owners trust them. Call today for a free estimate, 425-0300. They'll keep your pool safe for your family and your pets. They look forward to serving you. Call Healthy Pools today, 425-0300. That's 425-0300. Or online at healthypoolsswfl.com. Healthy Pools is a for God and country company.
And now a game of Commercial Chicken, brought to you by Progressive, where we see how long Flo can go without talking about insurance. Ready? Go.
So, have you noticed how everyone's grammar is completely awful now? Like, you know, the texting and the LOLs. Whatever happened to punctuation? I mean, drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Okay, you win. We can't help but save customers money. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, it's Mike in Cape Coral. Come on, Mike. Come on.
Good gravy, bad Democrats.
That is true. All right, it's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We're going to see if you earn a PhD. And you ready for your associate's degree question?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, here we go. Hey, who was the governor before Ron DeSantis? Do you remember? Who was that?
That would be the governor, Rick Scott.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's to see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. When Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, who was president?
That would be Barack Hussein Obama.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. What does NSA stand for? When we talk about the NSA, what does the NSA stand for?
National Security Administration.
That was National Security Agency. National Security Agency.
Swing and a miss.
Well, it was you had a good cut at it. You had a good cut at the ball, and that's really what it's all about. All right, so let's see if you get a master's degree on this question. George Washington was the first president of the United States. Who was the second? Come on,
John
Mike.
Adams?
Who was it?
John Adams.
Are you sure about that?
Can I phone a friend?
No, you can't. It's not that type of show. Is that your final answer? Yes, that is correct. It is John. Yeah, no, it's John Adams. Good for you. All right. See, the swing and a miss. You came back with a bunt. So congratulations there, Mike. Mike in Cape Coral got himself a hard-fought master's degree today on Drew's College. You're a good man. And I would say right all along, but technically you weren't.
I was right fairly close all along.
Yeah, we can't put that on a hat, Mike. We can't put that on anything. It doesn't flow, you know?
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll work on it.
We're going to work on it together. All right. There he goes, Mike. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. 650, 750, Drew's College each and every day. All right, back to your calls coming up. Talk a little bit more about student loan debt. You ready to pay off everybody else's student loan debt?
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau here, owner of D.R. Martineau Roofing of Southwest Florida. I've been repairing and replacing roofs for 27 years. We operate with integrity, knowledge, and service. Google DRM Roofing or call 239-332-1441.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Shouldn't you feel amazing? Hello, this is Dr. Heiler in Naples from the Feel Amazing Institute. If you suffer from chronic knee pain, back pain, or neuropathy, I have solutions for you. Regenerative medicine and stem cell treatment options that are now approved and often paid for by Medicare. Call my office for a free telephone consultation at 239-330-1000. That's 330-1000. This is Dr. Heiler, board-certified chiropractic neurologist. My office combines regenerative medicine, chiropractic, and neurology to help you feel amazing again. Knee pain, back pain, and neuropathy, I have affordable and Medicare-friendly solutions for you. I only do 5 free consultations per week, so please call right away. 239-330-1000. Also at feelamazing.com.
When you're looking for a career change, what's important to you? Health insurance, dental, vision, wages, working conditions, paid time off, or an opportunity for growth? My Shower Door offers all of these, plus more. For the past 5 years, My Shower Door has continued to grow throughout Florida, and this growth requires top candidates. If you or someone you know is interested in making a career change, apply at myshowerdoor.com/careers and take that first step towards your new career path.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This Wink News update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Now, this is a Wink News update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, the state will certify our election results. The state's electoral votes will go for President Trump. The president won Florida by more than 370,000 votes out of the 11 million ballots cast. Newly elected Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson wants to create a homelessness task force. Mayor Anderson hopes to announce who will be on that task force at the start of the new year. Homeless advocates are concerned that a group like that will be more law enforcement driven, leading to the homeless being arrested instead of leading to them getting help. Our hospitals are dealing with more patients coming in for COVID-19. Lee Health says right now 96 patients are in the hospital for COVID treatment. At NCH, they're treating 46 patients who've tested positive. Today, Lee County commissioners will discuss funding for the rapid testing program at the school district. The district hopes commissioners will approve $250,000 in Lee CARES Act funding to pay for it. Right now, they have 2,000 rapid tests. They believe those will last until Christmas break. The future of the City of Palm Stadium is up in the air again. One of the Fort Myers City Council members says there needs to be something created to draw someone downtown and support the Luminary Hotel. The council decided to hire planners to look at the Midtown plan with an idea of a multi-purpose sports facility. A new initiative will study how widespread dementia is in a part of Southwest Florida. This program not only will find out how many people and caregivers are affected by dementia, but it will also help educate people about the disease. Dr. Tom Felke at FGCU says they'll begin their secondary data analysis in December. The first official meeting of the Dementia Initiative will take place in December as well. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News traffic.
A crash at Lee Boulevard and Gerald Avenue is slowing traffic just a touch at this intersection. This is to the west of Gunnery Road. Also a crash at Sunnyland and Lee Boulevard. The delays have decreased quite a bit, so pretty good to go if you're heading west of Sunshine towards Gunnery on Lee. Now, we are packed on the Cape Coral Bridge as well as the Midway Bridge, and that delay starts from Del Prado to get onto both bridges to head into Fort Myers. So very, very busy morning. If you want to avoid this, go ahead and head into North Fort Myers and use the Edison Bridge. It's up to speed all the way into downtown. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, thanks to a cold front, today is going to be a wonderful fall day. 81 degrees for the high, mostly sunny, some lower humidity, and breezy, gusting 20 to 30. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Tyler McDaniel here, and Brad McDaniel. We're the second generation of Kenmar Care. For our whole lives, our father Ken McDaniel raised us and instilled in us the work ethic and morals which we operate under and live by today. Kenmar Care has teamed up with Maytag to bring high-quality products to you covered by Maytag's exclusive 12-year parts and 12-year dependability promise on select purchases. Be treated like family. Call Kenmar Care. 239-437-7040. That's 437-7040. And online at kenmarcare.com.
License number CAC 057163.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing cost program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, Call us at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154, Equal Housing Lender.
Dell Technologies just announced their Black Friday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors, plus there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SB Black Friday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move. With the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line. 10,000 for the troops. Use that same number. Text the word troops. You'll get in the pocket or your hand. If your hand's in your pocket and it's holding your phone, then you'll get it on you. It's a weird thing. Anyway, text the word troops to 239-479-5592. There, you will get our address to send your Christmas card to our men and women serving overseas. Please, this holiday season, do not forget them as they are out protecting our freedoms and our liberties. We cannot forget about them. You can send your cards and letters, your cards not sealed, no glitter inside, because Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health has to vet the cards. And you can drop off your large amount of cards, because I know a lot of people get groups and churches and organizations together, and they're asking if there are drop-off points. Yes, there are. Any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations across Southwest Florida, 1 in Fort Myers, 1 in Bonita, 1 in Cape Coral, and 2 in Naples. So drop them off there if you would like. 10,000 for the troops. Let's make this year bigger and better than ever. Okay, before we get to your phones, just want to hit on some headlines, get some leads out there for a couple of different stories that are taking place. Sidney Powell yesterday on multiple programs making the case that they have eyewitnesses and affidavit testimony to say that the software that is part of the Dominion system, voting system, the software can be manipulated in such a way that, let's just say, states were like, hey, listen, there is a huge lead, almost like a lead that we never anticipated for Donald Trump. We need to stop the voting so that we can recalibrate these machines in order to find the enormous amount of votes that we need to make Joe Biden the president-elect. That, yes, in the software, through affidavit and explained by Sidney Powell, that there is a way to tap into this software, and a way to tap into these voting machines, 30 of them across the country, that, yes, in these states, that it was the case. And so we will find out what the cases will be today in Georgia and in Pennsylvania and moving forward in some of the other states, and how this is all going to play out. But the lead here is that there seems to be more and more evidence building every day, according to Sidney Powell and the legal team for the president, that there is a case to be made that this election isn't over, everybody, and that there are many questions that need to be answered about these voting machines. And look, if this is going to happen, that we are going to have to expose this system. Like in 2018, the way the New York Times exposed this system. The New York Times had a video of a professor showing students how easy it is to hack a Dominion voting machine. Now, the difference is in 2018, he was trying to make the case to his students that Russians could have hacked into our voting systems to cause Donald Trump to be president of the United States. We know that didn't happen. We know there's no evidence of Russians hacking into the voting systems to try to get Donald Trump elected president. But in doing so, has proven the point that many have made, including Sidney Powell, that yes, easy to hack into these voting machine systems. There was another professor that was out there as well from Princeton, who showed how you can hack a Dominion voting machine in 7 minutes. There are big questions, everybody. This is all going to need to be exposed. All of this ugly underbelly is going to have to come forward. And in the future, we're going to have to come up with another way to do this. Oh, I don't know. Showing up in person, voter ID, signatures, and paper ballots. Yep, we're going to have human beings doing this with the guidance of and the watching of both sides, Republican and Democrat, to watch the vote being counted. There's going to have to be another way to do this because the machines ain't working. At least these aren't. So there's that. That's part of a story that's out there today. Also, I wanted to get more into the questions that people have about this uptick in COVID and how we're hearing about these numbers. We heard Wink News had this story that I'm looking at about Thanksgiving. We learned that a negative test result is not enough to rely on if you want to see your family at Thanksgiving. Doctors are saying a negative test doesn't mean you don't have COVID. It's nothing new. We've known that there are chances of false negatives and false positives since testing, but it's something to keep in mind if you plan on a test before you go see your family for Thanksgiving. So what you're saying is that all of these tests that we're doing, when Nancy Pelosi, testing, everybody's like, we got to increase the testing. We have to have massive amounts of testing, that we can't trust the tests. Even on the negative side, we can't trust the tests. So why don't we just do this? Why don't we just all hole back into our homes and not see anybody forever? Let's just stop. Let's just all have bubbles. Let's just, at least until we have a vaccine that was created by somebody other than Donald Trump, because we can't trust that guy. And nobody wants to take the vaccine anyway. Again, there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. When you're talking about masking up, I'm looking at a story from Daniel Horowitz, The Blaze. Daniel Horowitz does incredible work, making the case that we have to talk about this. On October 23rd, researchers from MIT and the University of California, San Francisco published a preprint study titled Decrease in Hospitalizations for COVID-19 After Mask Mandates in 1,083 U.S. counties. Wow. Somehow we were to believe that these counties buck the worldwide trend of cases spiking after mask mandates. We see it all over the place. We see it in Florida, apparently. We're seeing an uptick in cases, but everybody's masking and social distancing. So what are we doing? In reality, these were merely counties that likely already peaked in terms of the viral reproduction rate by the time the mandate was in place, so the cases were destined to drop anyway. That is until the next natural wave. On November 4th, guess what, everybody? They were forced to withdraw the study, quote, because there are an increased rates of COVID cases in the areas that were originally analyzed in the study. So what Daniel is saying is the masks worked until they didn't. Do we get to talk about that? If you want to mask up, mask up. You want to social distance, you should. All I'm telling you is you're not canceling Thanksgiving and you're not canceling Christmas. Unless maybe you have a difference of opinion. 239-479-5592. And also, we've been talking about student loans. David is in L.A. He wanted to talk about student loans. Here's some other great news. Chuck Schumer said that Joe Biden can cancel up to $50,000 of people's student loan via executive order. Just like this, we wave the magic wand, Dave, and there it is. The student loan is magically gone, and nobody pays for it. It's just gone. Hi. David, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hi. I hear kids, I hear women, I hear nobody but you. Now all of a sudden I hear you. Are you having babies answer the phone now? How old is that child in that car?
He's 4 years old. I actually just pulled into the driveway. I was dropping my daughter off at school when I called, and I just got back home. So my son's running around out in the driveway now.
Gotcha. All right. Well, what's on your mind there, David?
I was listening to you talk about how it's not fair for the people who have paid off their student loans to have to go around too to help those that couldn't.
Yep.
And I thought, what about all of us Americans who didn't go to college at all? A lot of us decided to go to work for whatever reason. And now we've decided that we're not going to take on any student loan. And now Joe Biden gets to decide that I get to pay my fair share of $50,000 for everybody.
Isn't that the best part? Here's the beauty of it. You personally decided that you were going to take a different route other than accumulating debt from a student loan and going to college, and maybe you did a profession via Votech, or maybe you just went and interned, or however you created your own wealth. And guess what? You get to be part of the fix. Isn't it fun to know that you were responsible and you get to pay for others that decided to go another route. How's that?
I've got an electric bill from 1993 that I was delinquent on. I wonder if Joe's going to pay that since I didn't go to school.
Listen, I'm just telling you, that's next. We're joking, but when somebody says, hey, what about my debt? You think that that's not off the table? Look, man, the money's there. It's a big, giant pot. It's a beautiful pot of gold in Washington, D.C. So don't you worry. Yep.
This is where I think it's real sick, sir. Joe Biden and all them, they don't even care about those people's debt. What they care about is pandering to the young people who are in debt that don't know what they're going to do. So vote for me, so I'll take care of you. And he you know?
Yep. Yeah. No, you nailed it, David. You nailed it. And thanks for the call. I appreciate it. And enjoy your family there in L.A. Listen, I told you I'd tell this story real quick before we go back to the phones. In 1985, 1986, I am trying to figure out what I am going to do next when it comes to college. I went to community college and paid for it myself, because that was the only way that I was going to be able to start my run to make it to a college. The college that I wanted to go to was St. John's College there in beautiful Queens in New York. Wanted to go to St. John's, me and my best friend. My best friend at the time, the two of us together, we wanted to go to St. John's. Community college to start, we would pay for it out of our own pockets, and then ultimately we would get there, we would matriculate, somehow we would find the money. We were hopeful that we would be able to do this. And as the story went, we finished up our couple of years there at community college. I tore the ligaments in my left knee playing football. I have no ACL in my leg right now. Never had it repaired. It's a whole other story. I have no ACL. It's the weirdest thing when you're walking around and sometimes your leg follows you and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, sometimes Drew's walking through the studio and just falls.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's not a fall, but it's a, whoa, I have to catch myself. It is what it is. So I'm on crutches and I am with my best friend, and together we are walking across, this is a true story, and we are walking across the campus of St. John's, super excited about being part of the alumni. And it is 10 degrees and the campus is filled with ice, and I'm trying on crutches to get across to get to the admissions office. And we're making our way there. We finally got there, and it's freezing cold, and I'm miserable. And we walk into the admissions office, and as my buddy is talking to the person at the desk, I look at the wall at all the people that are there, that the alum, St. John's alum. And I'm looking at a wall filled with liberals. And the one face that popped out at me was Mario Cuomo. And I looked at him and he looked at me and I said, I wonder if we can go to Florida. My grandmother lives there. My cousin's there. I heard USF is a pretty good place to go to college. Maybe we should explore. And just like that, we changed our minds. And we got into a car. We took everything we had. And we drove down here, and the rest is histoire. And that's what we ended up doing. And I'll never forget that. But the one thing I will also never forget was, how in the world am I going to work enough to come up with the money to pay for these credits to be able to do this? But you did it. You worked hard at it, and you did it. But now you don't have to worry about that. All right, let's see. Where do we go? Jace. Jace is in North Fort Myers, wanted to talk about mask mandates. Hi, Jace.
It up to the whole college thing, because this is the reason first of all, good morning.
Morning.
This is the reason that me and my brother don't talk, because my brother supported Bernie Sanders, and I know why, because my brother doesn't want to pay for his college. I already know. He thinks that Bernie Sanders was going to give him free college and all that. I've always been an entrepreneur my entire life. I did go to college, and I'm still paying for my student loans. I was raised by my parents who came from Cuba to look at this country as a privilege to be born here. I'm not entitled to anything. I'm not entitled to anything for free. And taxpayers should not be paying for anybody to get anything for free. It's a choice you make to go to college. Whether you get the right degree or not, that's on you. I got the worst degree you could possibly get, that I can't get a job anywhere using my degree. So I just started running businesses and running a small podcast here in Fort Myers, which is whatever. But the point is that this whole 2020 has felt like this giant, like the Twilight Zone. Everything feels not right. I used to walk through the airports, and I used to see people that were from China wearing those masks, and I was like, that's so weird. Now I go everywhere, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's here. Like, it's, like, bizarre, and I'm looking at everything that's going on with the elections, and I said it. I've been saying it since the beginning. Georgia's going to be key, because if they find enough fraud there, it's going to open the floodgates for them to be able to recount a bunch of these states, and they're going to find the truth behind all these votes. And they already found 2,600 votes yesterday that were not counted.
Yeah.
In one county.
Yep.
It's just going to lead to a bunch of them. If it changes the numbers for Trump, you better believe that Joe Biden's not even going to start. I still think there's a pathway for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I know it's a thin pathway, but a pathway nevertheless. I think the election was rigged. I think most Americans think the election was rigged. And for those people that out there that keep thinking that, we should be taxing the rich should be paying for this, reality check. If you start taxing the rich, they'll leave because they have the money to do so. Okay, and a lot of people don't even realize that. There's been statistics done. 30% of the people that are actually in that bracket of wealth are actually old money. That means 70% of it is new money, which means people are actually doing better now in life than they were 30 years ago.
Yeah.
We got more wealth in newer generations than we did prior to this.
Well, Jace, I got to tell you something. I love your passion. And I love that you're thinking all about this. And you need to. Here's what you need to do. You need to talk to your brother more. Because if you don't convince him that Bernie Sanders is not the way, he's never going to have anyone to tell him differently. And you
have no idea. We don't talk. We almost
Don't do it. Don't fight with him. Talk to him. Talk. Here's the thing. If it's even biblical. Listen, you don't go to the people that are with you. You don't go to those that are on your side. You go to those that are not. You go to those that are not, that don't have a voice. You go to those that people are not listening to. You go to those that are lost. You don't go to the found. You go to the lost. So that's why you always have to keep that communication open. And just, I hate to say like kill them with kindness, but just be better about the attitude that you guys have and kind of just, I don't know. You got to keep it open. That's what I'm saying. Keep that communication open. Okay. Try.
That weird. I'm gonna try, but he's got that weird. I went to college, got a PhD. I'm smarter than you, kind of thing. So, and it's like anybody who follows Trump is not smart. I mean, he's got a college degree. I make more money than he does, so I don't know who's smarter, really. I mean, in the end game, when we're talking about what everyone's goal here in life is really to better your life, to give your family everything you can.
Yeah.
And
well, Jace, do me a favor.
Atheist.
Jace, well, hold on a second. Stay there. Stay on the line because I got a lot of other people that want to talk. I'm going to put you on hold for just a second. Stay there. Go to one more quick call. Let's see. Let's go to Carol. Carol's been holding patiently. Hey, Carol.
Hi, Drew. Good morning.
Morning.
First of all, I'm glad that you can still walk, and I'm glad that you did come down to Florida. You are a blessing down here. When I went back to college, I was married. I had 3 children, and I worked several hours each day to help pay for this. Because my husband was employed, and we all worked together as a family. Even our 8-year-old daughter would vacuum and dust, bless her heart. Our 6-year-old son would try to make his bed as best he can. And our older son, his job was not to make more messes. Okay?
Right.
And so we're not a special family, but we were a family that worked together. If we can do it, so can other people.
Yeah.
And it was important to not rack up the bills. And so I paid every single quarter to get through.
Yeah.
Now, besides the job, I mean, I was in nursing school. So that meant that, I would be up until 3 or 4 in the morning writing care plans because we had to look up every lab result, every medication and that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Then I had to be at Quantico at the hospital at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So as far as
because Carol, what ends up happening is here's part of the discussion here, and maybe where we finish the conversation, and it's this. It's personal responsibility. We don't have it anymore. Nobody wants to be personally held responsible for anything, for bad decisions, bad choices, things that you do in your life that you don't have to think about it anymore. A college doesn't have to be responsible with its money and its resources because they know that the way student loans are set up right now, they can charge $100,000 a credit, and the loans are going to come through because they're never questioned. Nobody asks the colleges, but they don't have to because they don't need to because they're always going to have that money flowing. It's an awful system. It's awful the way it's set up, and there's no accountability.
Because we paid for it, I would like Joe Biden to pay me back my tuition.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Fair?
Maybe here's what we do. We'll tell Joe to give China a call, and maybe China can send us some of the money. How about that? So we'll have a nice. I'll work on that for you, Carol.
Please do.
All right.
But because of my family, and it was their graciousness in helping me, I was able to graduate with honors and a 4.0.
Well, that's
Otherwise,
awesome. Carol, listen, I'm looking at the time. We've got to run. God bless you. Stay and thank you so much. All the best. All right. 239-479-5592. Top 5 audio clips of the day, 5 at 8:35, and then we do the thing. More of your calls coming up on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Tougher than plastic, harder than wood. Nothing beats the power of steel.
Drew Steele, weekday mornings at 6 on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele here, and hurricane season, it's upon us, and it's supposed to be a pretty active season for 2020. Get peace of mind from my friends at Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac automatic standby generator dealer in the nation. You don't have to sweat the next outage. I've had my Generac for years. It is amazing. Get your free estimate on your Generac automatic standby generator today, in time for hurricane season, with expert installation and 24-hour monitoring. Generator Supercenter. Give them a shout at 204-3469. That's 204-3469 for Generator Supercenter.
Movember. What an interesting way to look at men's health through the lens of a mustache. You can start off clean-shaven and then proceed to grow your mustache as a way to celebrate men actually talking about their health. Yeah, talking. When it comes to erectile dysfunction, talking is a great start. When you talk about it, you're one step closer to solving it. The next step? Metro Men's Health. Call us today and schedule your free evaluation, and let's talk about your ED and how you, like thousands of men, can achieve consistent, longer-lasting results with the new patent-pending technology called Linear Piezo Energy Protocol, allowing us to create treatment plans specifically to you. So this Movember, grow your mustache for men's health, and then let Metro Men's Health help you grow your relationship. Mention mustache and get your evaluation free, $150 value. Call Metro Men's Health and schedule your free evaluation at 239-599-9900, 239-599-9900, or metromenshealth.com.
Pool need a checkup? Call the doctor, the Pool Doctor.
Hi, Dr. Mark here. Your old pool pump is an energy hog and likely your second greatest user of electricity. We'll install a new Pentair energy-efficient pump, saving you over $500 a year. We're a family company, and for over 40 years, we've been doing business right.
The prescription is the Pool Doctor for award-winning pool service, repairs, and unheard of $39 diagnostic calls. That's mypooldoctor.com or 239-574-1133. State certified CPC 057088.
I've been doing this now well over 20 years.
Welcoming our new anchor, Russ McCaskey.
So excited to be here.
Russ McCaskey.
Good afternoon. I'm Russ. I am still as passionate today as I was the very first day. I think it's the adrenaline rush, that natural curiosity I think just burns inside of you when you're a news person. Wink has been part of this community for more than 60 years. It's family owned. That's one of the things that excites me about wanting to be part of Wink News.
Trust Russ McCaskey.
I'm looking forward to getting to know the people of this community, and I want them to get to know me.
Weeknights on Wink News.
On the next Drew Barrymore show, Michael Strahan! And it's our Beauty Week backstory, the history of the red lip. Plus, we get all excited when it sizzles in here. Chef Jamie Oliver whispers those 3 magic words, creamy shrimp linguine. Ah! All new Drew.
Drew, today at 3 on Wink.
True relief.
for back and neck pain.
Here at Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, we focus on back and neck related conditions like stenosis, sciatica, neuropathy, and bulging discs that can cause weakness, numbness, or pain. Being an innovator in non-surgical techniques, I have developed unique and extremely effective spinal decompression protocols for overcoming these chronic and debilitating conditions that don't involve any medications or surgery. This 3-step VAX-D spinal decompression approach uses a patented computerized table that decompresses the spine to gently remove pressure off pinched nerves and increase blood circulation to the area. For young or old, and so comfortable that most patients almost fall asleep while on the table. No hanging upside down. With this award-winning technology, back and neck pain can be a thing of the past. We always offer a no-obligation consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
This Wink News Update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Now, this is a Wink News Update.
I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News. Today, the state will certify our election results. The state's electoral votes will go for President Trump. The president won Florida by more than 370,000 votes out of the 11 million ballots cast. Newly elected Fort Myers Mayor Kevin Anderson wants to create a homelessness task force. Mayor Anderson hopes to announce who will be on that task force at the start of the new year. Homeless advocates are concerned that a group like that will be more law enforcement driven, leading to the homeless being arrested instead of leading to them getting help. Our hospitals are dealing with more patients coming in for COVID-19. Lee Health says right now 96 patients are in the hospital for COVID treatment. At NCH, they're treating 46 patients who've tested positive. Today, Lee County commissioners will discuss funding for the rapid testing program at the school district. The district hopes commissioners will approve $250,000 in Lee CARES Act funding to pay for it. Right now, they have 2,000 rapid tests. They believe those will last until Christmas break. The future of the City of Palm Stadium is up in the air again. One of the Fort Myers City Council members says there needs to be something created to draw someone downtown and support the Luminary Hotel. The council decided to hire planners to look at the Midtown plan with an idea of a multi-purpose sports facility. A new initiative will study how widespread dementia is in a part of Southwest Florida. This program not only will find out how many people and caregivers are affected by dementia, but it will also help educate people about the disease. Dr. Tom Felke at FGCU says they'll begin their secondary data analysis in December. The first official meeting of the Dementia Initiative will take place in December as well. I'm Lindsay Sablon with Wink News.
Wink News Traffic.
A crash at Lee Boulevard and Gerald Avenue is slowing traffic just a touch at this intersection. This is to the west of Gunnery Road. Also a crash at Sunnyland and Lee Boulevard. The delays have decreased quite a bit, so pretty good to go if you're heading west of Sunshine towards Gunnery on Lee. Now, we are packed on the Cape Coral Bridge as well as the Midway Bridge, and that delay starts from Del Prado to get onto both bridges to head into Fort Myers. So very, very busy morning. If you want to avoid this, go ahead and head into North Fort Myers and use the Edison Bridge. It's up to speed all the way into downtown. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Well, thanks to a cold front, today is going to be a wonderful fall day. 81 degrees for the high, mostly sunny, some lower humidity, and breezy, gusting 20 to 30. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and bottom of the hour.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Stevens.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomato Sports Page. These are stressful times. There's turmoil all around us, from our personal concerns about health, family, and finances to our feelings about those who trash this great country, its traditions, its protectors, and its flag. I want to scream and make my voice heard, but instead I'm part of the silent majority, those who are dependable, caring, fair-minded, fiercely patriotic, and who every day help to make America great. Stevie honors the silent majority every day by serving our award-winning food and beverages. Relieve today's stress during our happy hour. hour with a great meal. Choose full at the bone ribs or the best burgers in town. Great pizza and more. Most of all, sit down, relax, eat, and drink with others of the silent majority. Stevie honors this great country, its traditions, and the sacrifices made by all those before us and today. Our servicemen, our policemen, our firemen, and doctors, nurses, homemakers, and all others of the silent majority. God bless you, and God bless America, and most importantly, vote. Stevie Tomatoes, Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral.
A refreshing swim in your pool is just what you need in times like these. But do you know if your pool water is safe and healthy for your family and pets? Just because your pool is blue doesn't mean it's healthy. A poorly maintained pool can cause irreversible damage to your pool and equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida is a fully licensed and insured full-service pool company. Their experienced pool experts do it all: cleaning, repairs, leak detection, and more. And they'll always keep your heaters and pumps working their best. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit to assure well-balanced water and well-functioning equipment. They care about your pool and your family. That's why so many pool owners trust them. Call today for a free estimate, 425-0300. They'll keep your pool safe for your family and your pets. They look forward to serving you. Call Healthy Pools today, 425-0300. That's 425-0300. Or online at healthypoolsswfl.com. Healthy Pools is a for God and country company.
Hey, it's True Steel, and we've got my friend Dave Meister, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples, on the phone. And Dave, I got to tell you, the selection of floor coverings of Floor Meisters, unbelievable, fantastic. I've seen it myself, and the choices are there. But what we really want to talk about today is this Dreamweaver line of carpets. Talk about it.
I'll tell you what, Drew, this is the hottest thing since 5-buckle overshoes. We're just selling the heck out of it. Comes in 9 different patterns, 12 colors to a pattern. It has 8 warranties, and it even includes steps. The stain warranty will take care of wine, mud, and even pet accidents. So this is perfect for Jake.
Yeah, perfect for Jake, and perfect for me, and perfect for you, too. If you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, really owe it to yourself to visit their store, see their selection of Dreamweaver carpets. It's there at 6281 Naples Boulevard, next to Costco. And whether it's carpet, tile, laminate, or hardwood flooring, they have it all. So give them a call today at 239-596-4964 or on the web at floormeisters.com.
I'm here with Mike Roberts with Mortgage Warehouse. Mike, give me an update on mortgage rates. How are things looking?
There is a lot of talk about mortgage rates these days, and for good reason. Mortgage rates are nearing the lowest levels we've seen in years. Anyone that purchased their home in 2017 or 2018 should check into refinancing their mortgage to get a lower interest rate. Give us a call at 313-5000 or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com. You'll work directly with one of our loan officers right here in Southwest Florida. Our no closing cost program allows you to refinance with no fees out of pocket, no fees rolled into your loan, and you won't pay any Florida mortgage taxes either. If you took out a mortgage in 2017 or 2018, or you have an interest rate above 4%, or you are paying mortgage insurance, also known as PMI, call us at 313-5000. That's 313-5000, or apply online at mortgagewarehouse.com.
Certain restrictions apply. NMLS ID 137154. Equal housing lender.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
This is 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. So here we go. Top 5 audio clips coming up, and then we do the thing. We do the thing each and every day leading out to the end of the program. The thing is your phone calls, whatever's on your mind. It doesn't make a difference. It could be anything. That's why they call it the thing. So whatever your thing is today, I'm cool with anything and everything you throw our way. Especially if you're throwing it at Jake. Because I can duck. All right, top 5 audio clips of the day. Here's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
I made a bad mistake. Instead of sitting down, I should have stood up and walked back, got in my car, and drove back to my house. Instead, I chose to sit there with my wife and a number of other couples that were outside the household.
Oh, shucks, guys. I'm just human. That's what Governor Gavin Newsom said. He wanted to apologize because, well, nobody else could go to church or go see their families or basically leave their homes. You know, we got to lock down, we got to shut down, we got to mask up, we got to do all of these things to stop the spread of COVID. And, oh, shucks, geez. Oh, shucks, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I went to that party at this expensive French Laundry restaurant, and I was over there, and, you know, while you guys had to stay home, there was a big table with people all together, and, man, I should have stayed. I should have left and noticed that all these people were there, and they weren't following guidelines. They were all in the spirit of it. In their hearts, they wanted to follow, but no, they weren't doing. Shucks, I shouldn't have done that. Sorry about that. No.
Number 4.
The news continues right now. I want to hand it over to Chris for Cuomo Primetime. Chris?
State TV's got some new competition, Anderson. It's going to be very interesting to see how the narrative unfolds. You know, for people like us, we do the job based on who's in power.
What? What? Wow, that was some Freudian slip right there from Fredo, who admitted that on CNN while Anderson Cooper is handing over the show to him. He says, yeah, you know, we do the job based on who's in power. Ain't that the truth?
Number 3.
Well, here's what I do. Let me tell you what the health experts have said to me. And it's not because I'm unique and president-elect. It's because of my family. They strongly urge that if, in fact, we're going to have Thanksgiving with anyone, that we limit it to a maximum. They suggest 5 people, maximum 10 people, socially distanced wearing masks, and people who have quarantined. So Jill and I spent this morning, like many of you, trying to figure out what are we going to do for Thanksgiving?
What are we going to do for Thanksgiving? What are we going to do about this? I mean, we got more than 5 kids. What do we do? Anybody in the neighborhood can take these kids? They can't be in the house. I just need a couple. I need 2 people, maybe 3. I got 2 that I don't know what to do with. Can any of you take these kids for Thanksgiving? Because, yeah, there's Joe Biden telling you all that you can't have Thanksgiving because, you know, because he's this close to communism, and that's what they do.
Number 2.
To speak about me at every single rally. It didn't really matter where he was.
Right.
Sometimes multiple times in a day. As he had held his Klan rallies throughout the country.
Excuse me? Yeah, there's Ilhan Omar letting you know that through the Washington Post talking about, the president talking about her throughout the rallies. And, you know, she called them Klan rallies while he's at the Klan rallies. What do you suppose that makes you being at the rallies? Hey, how's that unity thing going with Democrats? We all unified yet?
Number 1.
From the affidavit. Designed in a way that the system could change the vote of each voter without being detected. He wanted the software itself to function in such a manner that if the voter were to place their thumbprint or fingerprint on a scanner, then the thumbprint would be tied to a record of the voter's name and identity as having voted, but that voter would not be tracked to the changed vote. He made it clear that the system would have to be set up but not leave any evidence of the changed vote for a specific voter, and that there would be no evidence to show and nothing to contradict that the name or the fingerprint or thumbprint was going with a changed vote. Smartmatic agreed to create such a system and produce the software and hardware that accomplished the result for President Chavez.
Oh, boy, that's an affidavit right there being signed by an individual who is saying, listen, with Smartmatic, Dominion machines, I hate to break this to everybody, but Yeah, we got some fraud going on here.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
And quite honestly, what we're dealing with right now is the Trump legal team getting together with Sidney Powell and others saying, okay, we're going to argue that the votes counted on election night and the day after without GOP observers present in the Democrat-led cities should be thrown out because they were tainted by a process that was left open to fraud and abuse and illegally treated voters differently in various jurisdictions. That's part of their argument. I'm looking at Just the News, John Solomon's great website, and they are securing affidavits and declarations from citizens right now who allege they went to the polls to vote, were told they had already voted when they had not cast ballots. They're listed as voting in a state where they didn't cast ballots. They witnessed fraudulent or improper vote counting activities as observers or election officials, and extreme statistical anomalies uncovered in a handful of battleground states' vote totals are prima facie proof of fraudulent or untoward vote collection and counting activities. So there's a lot there. They believe that they're going to be able to make a case. They're putting this all together right now. And along with these voting systems, there's a lot of questions. So if you're asking us to concede, we're pretty much telling you to go pound sand, go scratch, go do whatever it is that you do other than what you're telling us to do, because we're not doing it. So nothing to concede here. We'll have the process play out. Sidney Powell's got more. She's been on many of the programs in the past couple of days. They believe that they have a case here with these voting systems. I'm looking at a Princeton professor who hacked a Dominion voting machine in 7 minutes. Nothing to see here. Move along. Everything is fine. I'm looking at a New York Times article that goes on to talk about how a professor there showed students how easy it is to hack a Dominion voting machine as well. That in 2018 from the New York Times. So there's a lot of hacking going on. There's a lot of questions going on, and we'll keep it up. All right, 239-479-5592. Maybe you have something on your mind right now, because each and every day at this time as we leave the program all the way up to the top of the hour, it is time for your phone calls, whatever's on your mind. We call it the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing.
239-479-5592. We'll go to Ron and Estero, who wanted to weigh in on what? COVID numbers? What do you want to talk about there, Ron?
Give me 20 seconds and I'll sum it all up for you.
All right, 20 seconds. Hey, can you take me off speaker? Because you sound like you're in space right now. Is that possible?
Well, we all are actually in some form of space right now.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess your answer is no. Go ahead. Sum it up in 20 seconds. Go.
We come from the same space, the Northeast. Chuck Schumer and those guys, everything you were saying about him and how even our local news, Wink News will give you the fluff story, use of the presidential seal by anyone other than the president or its activities is a federal crime. And it's kind of funny how everybody's outside right now with more masks on than I've ever seen in the last 6 months. And it's based on probably having a pancake breakfast on Thanksgiving morning for non-believers at the transgender marriage council. They're going to serve fried fetuses.
All right. Now we've stepped over the line. All right, that's enough of that, Ron. All right. Goodness. Ugh. We really have to go there? All right. Chuck Schumer, who is telling everybody that, listen, just want to let you know that Joe Biden, if he were to be president of the United States, he's got a pen and he's got a phone. And just to let you guys know that, hey, there's a really good chance that $50,000 of your student debt, via executive order, he's going to cancel it. He'll just stroke the pen and off you go. You don't have to worry about it. So here's the good news. The good news is if you were responsible in your life and you decided not to take on a load of student debt, but you've now created wealth for you and your family because maybe you went to some kind of VOTEC, you did some kind of training, you went and did some hands-on training to learn a skill, learn a trade, and now you have to take your hard-earned dollars and pay for somebody else who decided that college was the only way to go, and they accumulated so much debt in their gender-neutral indoctrination studies 101 course that now they're finding out that they can't get a job and can't pay that bill. That here's the good news. Hopefully you have a pet, because there's or a child that you love, or even a spouse that you love, because that's what you have. Because the other side of it, it's happening. You are going to have to pay for their debt. How do you feel about that? Are you happy about that? 239-479-5592. Hey, Rosie Memos, by the way, was pretty awesome on Twitter. Put this tweet up that said, all the Dominion people are deleting their profiles on LinkedIn. And it looks like all their software engineers are in Serbia. So Dominion Software, the voting system, that we signed off on. Yeah, it looks like they're all getting rid of their LinkedIn profiles. They're doing a little bit of self-editing. That's kind of interesting. All right, let's see what we have. There's a lot of people from the newsroom around, kind of walking around here in this, before I finish out the program. David's in Fort Myers. Hey, David.
Hey, Drew. How are you today?
You know what? I'm awesome.
You know what? You are awesome. I love your show.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Hey, hey, listen, I just have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think after the election is over and there's, even if President Trump maintains the presidency, do you think they're going to start pulling the trigger on the investigations that happened with the Russia fraud?
Oh, with the Durham report and well,
absolutely.
so there's a couple of things that are coming out lately. Jim Jordan is saying we're going to know about the Durham report shortly. There are those that are claiming that the Durham report is a cover-up in and of itself, that nothing's getting done, nothing's happening. Not a cover-up, but let me rephrase that. That the Durham report is not going to move because the anticipation now is that Joe Biden is going to be the president, and if he is, then it's all going to be scrapped, so why even bother doing anything? It's maddening. It's sad. So if you're asking me if we're going to see anything, and I've talked to Dan Bongino on multiple occasions about this. We talk about it. And, the one conclusion that keeps coming back is, unfortunately, don't hold your breath on prosecutions. Really what it's all about is destroying legacies. That you're not going to be able to say Barack Obama was not the most corrupt president in the history of this country, because he was. You're not going to be able to say that Joe Biden is as clean as a wind-driven snowflake, because he's not. And there's something to be said about his history that needs to be looked into. When you're talking about all the other players, it's dirty, it's rotten, it's nasty, and everything, every wound needs to be open and exposed, all of it, including what's going on with the voting systems.
Exactly. And, they went after and impeached Trump and over some junk.
Yeah.
But they have hard factual evidence, and I can't imagine that they wouldn't proceed with some type of a hearing for impeachment if Biden becomes president. It just doesn't make any sense.
Nothing's going to move. How is it going to move? The only way it's going to move is if we have the Senate, and then there'll possibly be something there, but we'll see. All right, thanks for the call. I'm looking at the time. We got to run. All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. Don't forget, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Is that Therese O'Shea? Is she leaving now? She's leaving the room? No, I wanted to talk to her because... No, I was just going to say, put her on the mic for a second, because Therese, real quick, just quickly, 2 seconds, Therese was with me early on when we first did 10,000 for the troops. And you were there, and she was part of it as we first started doing it. And it's so exciting to be able to do that once again. And you remember together, the two of us, how exciting that was at that time, that it was so cool.
Oh my gosh, Drew, you've come so far with 10,000 for the troops. I feel like a proud mother. Really
you feel like a proud mother?
I feel like a proud mother, just like your mother and my mother, being from Jersey. So yeah, I'm so excited we're getting that going again this year.
Yep, yes we are.
Awesome.
We're doing it right now. So
it's the kind of year that our troops really need it. So anything anybody can send.
We all need it.
We really all do it. And it makes us feel good to know that we're contributing that way. No glitter, guys. Remember, no glitter
you remember. Look
do.
at you. You have that mind. Like my mother, she never forgets anything.
I got to go get on the TV.
I know, and I got to go finish.
All right.
10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News, right all along.
86, 87 for this afternoon with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. A few showers are possible before a front works its way in, and that'll set up a cooler, drier next several days. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Wink News at the top and